Welcome to Clinical Role. Ah.
We made it.
We did. Today has been a day of me fighting with Scape to get it to play the music that I wanted to play, and not prepping for the game the way I should have. So, it'll be an interesting game. So, how are our Seattle folks who are snowed in?
It's cold.
It's cold. It's snowing. I can actually see I have a window right here.
I have a window also.
It is still snowing.
Oh my goodness. Has Seattle done a state of emergency and told you all to not leave your homes, but to buy all the bread and milk in the stores?
There is no bread and milk at the stores.
Actually, you know what the biggest seller in the local area was?
Huh.
Avocado. Like, all the avocado was bought out in all of Seattle.
That's very Seattle.
Avocado, except at my house, because I'm having avocado toast all day. I am the lord of avocados. I am smug, filled with avocados.
the many avocados of Dr. B.
I'm drinking them right now. I blended them.
You are right, Mordo de Rosa. Adam
Yes.
and I are separate today. It's sad.
Everyone is separated.
I long for him.
Wow. I'm growing out my chin hair just so I can be closer to Adam.
That way he can look in a mirror and he can be like, "Oh, hey, Adam."
I will actually tweet out, everybody, I will tweet out what it looks like at home right now so you understand why we're all separated. And you have to understand, Seattle is hilly as all get out. It is dangerous to leave your house when it looks like this, okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's worthwhile to point out that Seattle shuts down at an inch of snow.
Because
so the snow that we're getting now, because there's no infrastructure for it, and it doesn't happen that often.
No.
The snow we're getting now is insane for Seattle.
Yeah.
It's bad.
See, I think it would be interesting as a comparison, because I've heard like the difference between like snow down south, like down in Texas. Like people are like, "Oh my gosh, there's a dusting, everything like shut it down." And meanwhile, like in P, are like, "What are you guys talking about? Like this isn't even like a drop, you know?"
Right. Well, but okay. So there's a couple of factors at work here. And Morto de Rosa, no, we don't get real snow that often. But we're in a marine climate, so by the time it sticks to the roads, there's a layer of frozen water underneath. So even when there's an inch of snow on the roads, there's a layer of ice on the hills.
Yeah.
I live by a hill, and I can literally look out my window and see people try to drive up the hill, and then they can't make it up. So then they slide all the way back, and there's a tree. I watched 7 people slide back down the hill into the tree and then drive and find it.
Oh my gosh.
That was seven people yesterday. I saw 2 people do it today. But I can count right outside my window. I'll keep everybody updated.
Thank you. Yeah. I think that is a worthy pause of the game to say a car just hit the tree again.
Yep,
Yeah.
The tree is very resilient. I'm very impressed by this tree.
Yeah, we're at about 12 inches in Seattle right now.
What?
Yeah, hold on. I'm tweeting this out right now.
12 inches would be enough to cause the schools to close in Maine.
I just tweeted a video as well that I took from my window.
Hi, son of a... So, to that end, if we lose any of our Seattle players suddenly, it is...
The roof collapsed.
Well, my lights have been flickering.
Yeah.
Mine too.
So, if we lose one of them, that's the plan. I'm probably going to... There was like a big story beat I was planning on for tonight, but there's some other stuff that needs to happen too, so I'll probably do that stuff in case we lose people. Because I know... Jack, isn't it also snowing where you are?
Yes, it is. Not quite as much. We had about maybe 2 inches or so, 2 to 3 inches over the last day, and we're supposed to get anywhere from 2 to 5 more with some definite ice coming tomorrow morning. So I may be working from home, depending on how the roads are. Route 30 is notoriously horrid when everything hits, which I just realized is a kind of an irrelevant reference for everyone else in the room. So that was kind of weird. Road what now?
I follow. It's like a road or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Costco.
Very good.
It's like two below Route 32 where I lived.
Yeah, I got you with cars and stuff.
With gas-powered vehicles.
And Rachel, is it snowing where you are too?
Not today, but tomorrow, just tomorrow, we're supposed to get 40 centimeters of snow. Like
Alrighty.
15 inches of snow.
Hold on, used a word I don't think any of us understand.
We're on the metric system here in Canada.
Centimeters.
Yes, we're going to get 15 inches.
There we
tomorrow.
go.
But because they're
Wow.
centimeters,
Yeah,
wouldn't we
it's crazy.
multiply that by 100? Is that how conversion works?
Yeah.
So you get 1,500.
Now,
Right.
is that enough to close schools in Canada?
Yes, it is. Even in Canada, that's even too much for us up here. So
Wow.
And there's
Everything's
much
gonna be
snow,
shut
you have to build a new town.
This is done. Scrap it. Start all
Yeah.
over.
No more
Sorry,
sound.
people.
We're not
It's
doing this
over.
anymore.
Yeah, we're building over the old.
All right, well, let's jump into our announcements because it seems like we got some people. Everybody's coming into the chat, and so hi to
Hi, everybody.
we got Noah Deer, we got Son of a, we got
Oh,
Wandering
my.
Shrink, Immeral. It's like it's so good to see. I love that we have like people who keep returning. It's awesome.
I know.
You guys are
it is
amazing. So, announcements. PAX East. Lots and lots of panels by the people here at PAX East.
So
I think
many.
I'm at 6.
Adam D and Dr. B are at 6.
I'm also at 6.
Rachel's at 6.
I hope you like our faces if you're at PAX East because
Yep.
you're going to be seeing them everywhere.
And then Adam and Dr. B2, you guys are Emerald City Comic Con?
Mhm.
We're on 2 panels at Emerald City. Dr. B, you're on 1?
Yep, I got 1.
Awesome.
And then South by Southwest.
Yes, I will be at South by Southwest for all of you people who are traveling to Austin because South by Southwest is amazing. I will be there on the 17th of March talking about The Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
On a
You are
panel,
in the
not
area.
just
On a panel, not just
No,
me.
We
You're
don't
not
want
going to
to
just be
settle
standing
on
on a
time.
corner talking about Zelda and the history.
I mean, I might also do that, but
I have pamphlets calling the end of the world.
I-
End is mine.
I imagine Rachel on the corner of Austin, just as people pass, going, "Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Link? May you be blessed by the power of the Triforce."
I
don't know
probably
why-
would
Calamity
be
Gammon is coming. Have no doubt.
first.
The calamity
Ridiculous.
is coming.
No.
Hold on.
Wait,
What-
you
what
got to
is
get
it, like
the
this
other
or something
triangles.
Like that, or...
Oh, we
That's
created
pretty
our
good.
first cult.
That was really good, Dr. B.
I know.
Like, oh,
we can thank a mutual friend of many of ours for teaching me that, Dr. Chelsea Hughes.
Ah,
Chelsea.
she'll be at PAX
Flashing
East too,
gang
right?
signs.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. And then Adam and Em, you all are also going to be at which?
We are presenting at the Washington Play Therapy Association conference as well. So our March is pretty full between Emerald City Comic Con, PAX East, and the Washington Play Therapy
Yeah.
conference.
Oh
That-
yeah, March. I'm also at GDC.
yeah. Nice.
And none of us are going to GaryCon. Sad face.
Yeah, couldn't put it into the time strip.
Next year, hopefully. I'm
The
really-
TARDIS is currently buried in snow. I don't have a whole lot that I can do about this.
I'm in process changing my name to Gary so that I can attend, but
If they add that as a prerequisite now, you have to be Gary to go to GaryCon.
Yes. Yes.
You can't change your name, Adam. There's sort of a
I thought we were in this. I
Your
thought this
job
was a game.
title.
We're not doing this together.
no,
It's your
we
middle
can't do
names.
this.
You guys are both going to become Adam Gary.
There you go. That we can do.
Yes, son of a. It is too early to talk about West. They have not opened panels yet.
Adam and I will be there, though.
I mean, the contingency will definitely be there.
I
Adam
will be
Gary,
missing
Gary's
West
eating
this year
again.
because I have to go to a wedding.
Ah,
At
Yeah.
West.
weddings.
No,
Oh,
wedding
is
in New
it?
York.
Oh.
My dungeon
Yeah.
master of 3 years is getting married, and
Oh,
so
well,
I am
that's
going to.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. My daughters are the flower girls for his wedding, so I kind of have to
Oh,
be there.
that's,
Cool.
It's like all wholesome and stuff.
Ugh.
yeah, I guess that's whole.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good reason to miss West.
Um. Other things, all of our maps and things are by our amazing cartographer at LoriB. So at Lori Bender BC, she's on the little bulletin board there. Follow her if you have map making needs for your campaign. She's amazing. I might have abused her slightly for this game. Like, I was sending her some frantic emails when I thought we might be missing half of our group, going, "I need a map for this. Can you help me?" And in less than a day, she had everyththing done. So
That's awesome.
Wow.
she's amazing. Also, if supporting geeks like us through our Patreon or our Ko-fi, it really helps us travel to cons to give talks and to make amazing content, more shows, and helping up the quality of the shows. So if you can support us, please do. It's amazing. We love all of our patrons, and then anybody who can buy us a coffee on Ko-fi is amazing.
They're buying me acting lessons.
Those are expensive, guys. I'll just tell you.
Especially for
For
Dr.
just
V.
pennies a day, you can help a young dungeon master achieve their dreams. Good night,
All
everybody.
the music,
And we're done.
all the music you will be hearing is from Sirenscape, and I also have some from Tabletop Audio tonight. This is why I was fighting with Sirenscape this week. So there'll be a little bit of Sirenscape is our player. A lot of the sounds and sound effects you'll be hearing from there, but then some of the music will be coming from Tabletop Audio as well. Check them out. Both companies do amazing things for tabletop gaming. All right, last check for any announcements, blah blah blahs.
Very, very briefly, if anyone is in the Harrisburg area, we are going to be having a one-day fundraise game con that may also act as a Save Against Spear launch. It's going to be called the Midtown Game Day at Harrisburg Area Community College. So if you check out Bodana's Facebook or our website, there's info there. It's a free event, so just come on out, find out more about Bodana, our programs. Also, just come in game. Going to have a ton of great board games. And then at the end of March, oddly enough, the same weekend as PAX East, we're doing a event for students in gifted programs talking about how to utilize board games for skill building and advancement while also not losing the fun. So that is Super Saturday in PA, two of our cool events that we have going. So very quick blurbs on that.
Nice. All right.
Awesome. That's great, Jack.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool little event. We play a game for about 45 minutes. Then the kids talk about what they feel they could learn from it. It was kind of funny when we first did it. They all thought we were talking about video games, and then their sad little faces lit up after they found out. One kid who was our ambassador went, "Ooh, Castle Panic!" And at that point, everybody was like, "Awesome!" So yeah, it's been a fun event for 3 years now that we've helped out with in the local area.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be doing a family board game day at our local game store here in Charlotte, but
Nice.
very tiny. So, anywho, who would like to do the recap?
I think that seems to fall on me.
All right.
Good job.
You do the
fairly
best recaps, Dr. V.
Well, I don't know. How am I doing it this time? Given the context. I think we shall do it.
Is your eyebrow okay?
No, we shall do it like a pirate. Because
Are you recapping because you're the only one with a hat?
no,
Okay. Recap.
no. In the last time we found our intrepid explorers, the natural wonders, we found that our newly found companion, Enkai, had herself a vision, she did. A vision of a sword. A vision of a sword and a ship upon the water, and her obtaining her sea legs, which is ironic, given she is born partly of the water. Once she discovered what the sword was about, she returned back to reality, and our dear friend Immeral, being the impish sort that he is, did not trust her vision and found the ship's logs somewhere upon her person. And he did in fact see that she has a fake identity. She is in fact Captain Ishka, the dread pirate Ishka. Gar. As we continued down into the Underdark, we had infrared goggles. We don't know what infrared was because that's a science, a magic that is beyond our ken. But we camped by a stream, discussed Gragnold and Captain Ishka's vision of the Moonfang clan being carried off to the Underdark by Driders. Dirty, dirty Driders. And as a lark, and a bit of a fun, we had Captain Ishka try a potion of wonder. She now looks like a hedgehog by the name of Sonic. Or she is blue. And then we went to sleep.
Was a
Forgot
good
about that potion.
I don't even know anymore. Oh.
Thank you much. So before we rejoin our heroes, since we were missing a Baron Valdez last time, we're gonna go back in time a little bit to the day before you left the temple in the early morning. So you all had just woken up, stepping outside into the very early light of dawn. At this point, Enkai's gone off for a walk, it seems. Now as you all are just kind of standing there starting to have some breakfast, you notice the young halfling woman with the reddish hair and the light robes of the Sun Soul come in, and she comes up to you, Baron, and says, hiya, you're Baron Valles was your name, right?
That is correct.
Did you come with me for a little bit?
Depends on where we're going.
Just over to my temple. I've got something I think that's for you.
Fair enough. He follows.
All right, she leads you out. It's a short walk over to the temple of the Sun Soul Monk. And so this temple is a very, all the bricks are like a warm yellow, and up at the top it's actually like this clear, crystalline top that catches the light. And as the sun is starting to come up, it's already like this shining, almost like a lighthouse beacon. It's very bright and very warm, full of warmth and comforting as you go there. And she actually brings you just into the little entryway, not very far into the tower, but even though you're inside, it's still very light. One of the things you notice as you come in, many of the bricks actually are thin enough to allow natural light to come through. So even though there's actually no window in the room that you're in, there's the door, it's still a very light room. And it seems like as you look around, even some of the stones are glowing. And probably in a way that you've seen before, so you would recognize possibly like they have some sort of magic to glow set upon them. She's like, wait here. And she steps through another door and disappears. And 2 minutes later or so, you hear little footsteps approaching. She comes in carrying a quiver with 6 arrows in it. So, here, sit. And she directs you over to a bench. She sits down clutching the quiver of arrows. Our temple sometimes is a place for people to rest and to recover. And years ago, there was a older ranger, and he wandered these mountains, looking out for nature, protecting the beasts, protecting the trees. And he used to often winter with us. It came to be about 10-15 years ago. One winter was his last. He felt it coming and knew, and he gave us many of his items and donated them to our temple for us to give to the different students as they went out. But this one he entrusted specifically to our temple to give to one who we saw as being after his own heart. So I think these are meant for you.
Are you certain?
something I hadn't thought about them in years until I saw you, which I don't know, tells me that perhaps they're calling out to you somehow.
Well, if there is a sign or an omen that would bring them to me, I would not refuse the gift, although I don't understand what might be so special about me. Just a man.
Well, he wanted to be sure that someone who was looking after nature would have these. Felt it. They are pretty useful. I've spent some time getting acquainted with them since they came to my mind after I met you. And she pulls an arrow from the quiver, and as she pulls it out, it starts to glow softly.
What is so special about them?
They emit a light, and if you hit with them, the light can do some extra damage. Once they've been pulled out, you can't really put them back in. She puts it back in, and you can see this one arrow is very visibly glowing amongst the others.
That one seems different.
Well, they all do this once you pull them out, and she pulls it out again. What's cool is, at dawn, new arrows appear to replace some of the ones that were used.
Wow.
It will only ever hold 6 arrows.
If they're as wondrous as you say, one would need no more than 6.
Would be my thought. But
He gets up from his seated position to go to kneeling on one knee, and he kind of bows his head in reverence and holds his hands out. He says,
I will accept them and use them in good thought and in the spirit of the man who gave them to you. I will honor this gift.
and she holds them out and gently sets them in your hands. And so let me put that in your journal.
What was the name of this man?
His name was Dirk. It's odd name, I know, but he's a bit of an ugly guy, but the kindest heart I've ever met. He joked that he became a ranger because no humans could stand the sight of him for very long.
Sounds like the humor of a ranger.
The animals definitely loved him. The master's little squirrels and things that he's tamed always seem to find their way into his room. He never minded.
Well, from henceforth, these will be called the Arrows of Dirk. If one would have known of him, then perhaps his memory will be celebrated with each draw of the bowstring.
I hope so. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And you should see in your Roll20 chat, it just says Baron's Quiver.
Ooh.
oh wait, sorry, wrong kind of quiver.
I was waiting for that.
It's inevitable.
Oh, whoops. Ignore the line about the blowgun. I had to leave. I don't know why that's in there.
It's also a blowgun.
It's also a blowgun.
Add it.
Well, okay, so, like, small aside. When doing stuff for archers, the only types of special arrows there are the arrows of slaying.
I like making for archer characters. I like making arrows that are just spells.
Mm-hmm.
Make like just input a bunch of spells into arrows.
Yes.
Here's an arrow of fireball. Just turns into a fireball.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Sonic arrow is really good. You do something like with shatter, a shattering arrow. That one's really fun.
That Sonic would be something that Enkai knows all about.
Yeah. Those arrows are the
Temporarily.
fastest thing alive. Sorry, alive.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Temporarily.
I like that Adam has the Sonic hair going on right now.
Kindred spirit.
Paying true tribute.
That's right.
The Davis way. Whoa. Has anyone seen Eraserhead lately?
Not Eraserhead. I was thinking the first Incredibles.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Very nice. Good pull. Good pull.
Yeah, full on syndrome, Adam.
Anyway, so you guys going back to the present.
Party time.
So we've come back to reality.
Yes, back to life.
Back to life.
I was thinking, oops, there goes gravity.
Well, Jack and I got it.
Oh yeah, we were definitely in sync.
No, okay, no, I get it. Back to the present time. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you guys have woken up. Again, you're up in a very high altitude. You've got the kind of craggy peaks close by, and then these big sprawling fields. There's not a lot of settlements here. You know that there's a few different villages and things. I'll actually say, Baron, go ahead and make a history check for me.
Cthulhu dice, don't fail me now.
I mean, a Cthulhu dice failing you, wouldn't that be it just rolling?
It'd be on theme, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
They just
Definitely
have
on
ones.
brand for Cthulhu dice.
Yeah, I definitely haven't had my coffee yet. 4.
4. Okay, yeah. You're still a little early. Also, Enkai got really sick and projectile vomited on Immeral yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Riding the dino or riding the giant antelope.
The giant elk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys should
Yeah.
have ridden on the antlers like me.
Yeah, I forgot about the puke upon Immeral.
And you guys are still feeling that pull of the talismans that you're all wearing. I'm sorry, our producer just showed me an image of the stream.
How do we look?
An image of the set.
I give you guys all permission to go look.
Hey, Adam Davis, can you move about 1 inch to your right? Your move. There you go. Perfect. Somebody clip that. No, again, move your head just a little bit to your right. A little bit there. Nope. Stay there. Stay there. No. Stay there.
There.
Perfect.
What are you doing?
It's great.
I want.
and
Can
will
you do
love
us
it.
all a favor? And can you really slowly say Kamehameha?
Kamehameha.
But like you mean it, like you're about to destroy a hated villain.
Kamehameha.
Clip that.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Am I a joke to you?
Yes.
A little bit right now, yes.
Yeah.
If you're Super Saiyan, I ain't gonna laugh at you.
I ain't saying a thing.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, boo.
Anywho, it's the next morning. What would you all like to do?
I've bathed, right?
Yes, there's a little stream nearby. It wasn't deep enough to actually
That's
get in.
right. We
but-
washed all of our clothes.
Yeah, you
in the
guys
nearby
washed all your
stream,
clothes.
yeah.
How about a potion of wonder?
Do we have a
I
deck?
don't have the deck
I thought it was in your bag. Isn't it in your bag?
in my car.
Oh.
I'm not going to my car right now.
Why not? Oh wait.
What?
Oh,
Wait a
what?
minute.
Dr. B has a deck. Oh no!
Let's get this party started right. And I'll tell you what, if we pulled it before, I will have somebody redraw. Who is drinking the potion of wonder?
Not me.
Yeah, I think Enkai has one more day of being a hedgehog.
I'm just, yeah. I think that's
Uh-oh.
enough for me.
Uh-oh.
I'll drink it.
Yeah! All right.
I can shapeshift into whatever I want. But I won't drink my potion of wonder.
No. I got 4 left.
Yeah, I'll drink one of yours.
Okay,
I'm holding on to mine for special
Just
occasions.
for funsies. All right, here's what we're going to do. We can do this like magic trick. We can do this like magic trick, okay? You tell me when to stop.
Go.
Okay, are you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Are you kidding me? Your speed doubles for 2 turns.
Basically like a bunch of coffee. You just gave Baeridin a bunch of coffee.
Yeah, so Baeridin, you
making
see
sure.
him chugging this potion down, and all of a sudden, whoo! And he just
I don't
starts.
feel any different. I feel exactly the same as I did before.
And for 12 seconds.
Does anybody notice that the river over here is like really fast? It's a really fast river. I'm gonna go down this river.
What's your natural speed?
25.
He's not that fast.
So I'm going to tell you right now, you are now as fast as Immeral.
Okay.
You and Immeral are having a race.
I could turn into something faster.
I think you missed an opportunity not having Sonic have her.
Yes,
Right,
that is true.
Right? You could have
Shapeshift
had
into a-
this.
I know.
Rachel, you
Shapeshift
could
into a
have
blue hedgehog.
I know.
Baeridin spends about 12 seconds bolting around
Approximately.
crazy. He
Immeral runs wherever he's running.
Nice. So you guys run
Just
around.
jogging alongside of him.
Yeah, so Barry, you're really, really fast for a little bit, then all of a sudden it slows down, just like, that felt good.
Oh, wow. That was some good stuff.
Some of us get to shoot light out of our navels. Some of us cause birds to explode, but you got to run fast for 12 seconds.
I don't want to hear it's Steven syndrome.
I had a lot of fun running fast for 12 seconds.
And it was fun watching you.
Baron was taking the time in the morning to get up and commune with nature, just as to kind of like clear his head and reconnect after everything that's happened.
Okay. So take a few moments and you sit and just kind of meditate and think about
How does
nature.
Immeral feel in the morning after? Because
that's right. Immeral had that dream.
Yeah, about an experience of him being a drow male. Immeral is probably a little shaken this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really know what to think, and is really happy for that distraction of getting to just run with Baeridin.
That's right. That was where we left it last, is with
Uh-huh.
having the vision of sitting at a table with a bunch of drow priestesses.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And Immeral's hands were awful gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Immeral's just sitting, after running, just sitting quietly contemplating that, because that's a thing right there.
Yeah. Would this be noticeable to others, or is this like fairly typical Emerald quietness?
No, Immeral definitely seems a little bit more distant from the group, both physically and emotionally. He sits himself just a little bit further away and just watches the river.
I think Baeridin's gonna find Enkai or Baron Valdus and ask, so who's this person we're trying to find? We're going after the, what was it they said? That it was the, help me out of here on this, Megan. It was
you guys are being sent to make, I believe the exact wording was like to make peace with the mother.
The mother, that's right. Does anybody know anything about this mother? Is it a good mother or a bad mother?
Help me on a little bit of the refresh. Was this from last session?
This was from when you had the meeting with the Queen of the Birds.
Oh, okay.
And she gave you all the talismans and said you need to go and make peace with the mother before you can go on with your journey.
And I think that's where we're headed now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where the talismans are leading you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know who the mother is, but I know. Do I?
No. I was gonna say, Baron, I would allow you to make a Yeah. This would be history's intelligent. This would be
maybe arcane. No.
I want it to be a wisdom-based history check, if you can swing the math on that.
Wisdom-based history. What about insight?
Sure, we can go. I think that'll probably
My
be
lights
this.
are flickering just to keep
Mine too.
everybody.
Okay.
19.
19. So you have heard legends deep within the mountains that there is a very protected valley that is the safe haven for the young and for mothers alike. It is a place of peace and prosperity where people go and are rejuvenated and refreshed. Generally, it's a place that can only be found if there is need or if one is invited.
Okay. Now, again, just to refresh my memory, it was a bit ago. So the actually, nope. I think I can fake it.
The mother is a place of respite, much like mothers to their children. They provide solace, they provide comfort, and by making peace, we are helping to temper the storms of all that which is around us. We have been invited, thus we may find this magical place and benefit from its boon.
So mother's a place, not a person?
Is not memory of that which gave you life and continues to breathe life into you through inspiration or deed? Is this not a place that we carry with us, as well as a place we can visit, even if only in our mind?
No.
No, I don't think so. I think what you're talking about is a different thing.
I don't think you're making much sense.
I think that it will make sense once we arrive.
I think we need to go kill some driders.
We don't know how to get there, Gragnold.
Nope, but that's our goal, though.
That's what we're gonna ask Mother.
We're not gonna lose sight of the goal. We're
gonna ask Mother where the driders are so we can kill them.
I'm feeling impatient.
I appreciate your expression of your feelings, Gragnold.
Have we not just had enough death? Do we not need a little bit of peace to clear our minds and our hearts?
Nope.
I think you would benefit from this.
Immeral finally walks over, overhearing some of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get on with it, okay?
I agree.
Wait a minute.
I'm just trying to get a lay of the land.
I'm trying to get revenge from my people.
And you know what? We can have revenge. Revenge will always be there.
I agree with you.
There.
Wait.
Clearly, if that alone is not enough to prompt that we're heading in the right direction, then clearly nothing else would be.
Yeah, well, we take our victories.
What do you wear on your shoulders?
So,
you seem to be carrying a burden.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah, but it's not exactly the same as all that.
Let's just get on with it, okay?
Did one of your old friends appear in your dreams?
Let's just
give you a bit of old wisdom.
Wait, was it Daisy?
Let's just get on with it, okay?
Tell Daisy I said hi the next time you have a dream.
Baeridin?
Yeah.
No.
You will tell her I said hi?
Just no, okay?
All right.
And
tell her myself.
Immeral walks back away.
I follow Immeral and say,
Hey.
Did you have a vision?
Did you?
He did. He did have a vision. We're all having visions.
I pick up a rock and a little pebble and I hurl it at Gragnold.
Improvised.
Gragnold, did you have a vision of that pebble?
I wish I did.
Improvised attack.
Right here. Right here.
No, that'll damage his third eye.
I thought at this point I thought I had proficiency in pebbles at this point.
Yeah, you do throw enough pebbles, I'll give it to you. It is not a monk weapon, though.
That's fine. It's still that's still a 16.
Yeah.
All right.
Bing.
Gragnold pebble smacks you right in the center of the forehead.
I deserve that.
Doing 1 point of pride damage.
Deserve that. I guess he had a vision. I guess I was right.
And I hurl another one really quickly at that comment.
You're only proving me right, Immeral.
That's a 27.
Oh, yep.
This one's going for center mass.
Just kind of bounces off his pecs.
Yeah. I think the fact that we are all harboring something makes it that we need to seek peace. That helps to stabilize, to prepare us for the battles ahead.
I don't know what that word means.
Which one?
Harboring.
Well, it's not the kind with boats.
That's what I was confused by.
We're holding on to too much anger. Trust me, you need to leave certain things be until their proper time. If you rush, things won't go as you wish. Believe me. And if you are meant for your revenge, it will come to you, as Immeral said.
So, Enkai and Immeral, were you gonna talk with him, or are you just gonna kind of sit by him?
No, I'm gonna talk with him. Did you have a vision? Because that's what it sounded like.
Emerald's just sitting there, just staring at the water. Okay.
I think visions and omens are very important, and we should listen to them and follow them. I was given a vision, and that's what took me here to you and to Gragnold and Baeridin. And now we have these talismans, and it's taking us somewhere else. And I was just curious if maybe you had more information.
No.
Okay. I just sit by the water. I let it go.
Immeral rolls for suspicion.
Enkai, did he tell you the vision?
I swear. Another pebble. Just boom. I'm going again. Center mass, right in the sternum.
Ow!
Come on.
I think that is a no.
That was a nat 20.
That's 2 points of pride damage. While this is going on, Baron, as you sit down to kind of meditate and commune with nature, you feel yourself slowly starting to wake up. The light of pre-dawn coming to the full light of true dawn. And as your eyes open up, you realize this place is actually somewhat familiar to you, though it's been a long time since you've been here. And you look and you think, about an hour or so walk to the north of where you are is one of the sacred oak trees.
There is a place nearby. It's a stop we should make.
Emerald gets up and starts walking.
Which way?
In what general direction?
I don't know. Wherever the amulet's pulling me.
Is it the same direction?
So the amulet's pulling you guys more due west. Where the Baron's wanting to go is a little bit more north. Not necessarily completely out, it's a little northwest, so not as straight towards where the amulet's pulling you, but it's still moving slightly in that direction.
There is a sacred place nearby. I think it will benefit us all to go there.
I don't want to waste any time.
This will not be a waste of time.
People to save and drows to kill.
If you wish to follow me, I think it will not be a bad idea.
I don't understand what you said.
Gragnold, you might get some softly glowing arrows.
Oh, I don't know how to do with those.
It is a sacred place nearby. It is not far out of our walk. Trust me, please, as I have trusted you. We have much to teach each other. This is something I would like you to see. Experience. I feel drawn to it.
Fine, where?
Okay.
I'm in.
Oh, with excitement like that, how can I possibly say?
Just where?
Go ahead and make a nature check with advantage. Or sorry, survival with advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Where the heck is my other? There we go. Said survival, right?
Yep.
18.
18. You're actually able to, as soon as you start moving in the direction a little bit, you recall where there was a game path. And so you find this little deer path fairly quickly, and you guys are able to start moving through. About 25 or so minutes into this, something doesn't quite sit right with you, Baron. What would be some signs of nature around you that might start setting his little spidey senses off?
Usually, if something if someone has in any way disturbed what was there, so that might be if there are like any broken trees or uprooted plants, if people were unnaturally like digging around in the dirt or anywhere, like leaving any sort of like detritus or anything like that, like in any way disturbing the balance. Mm-hmm. So that it's kind of like if someone came into your room and moved some of your stuff around, without knowing exactly, like, well, that book's not where it's supposed to be, or that thing is not where it was last time I remembered. Just that sense of like, wait a minute, someone's messing with my chi here.
Yeah.
So something that's usually the kind of things that Baron looks for in terms of whether or not things are in equilibrium or not.
Okay. Would he be sharing this information with the party, or how would he be reacting to noticing these things not being quite in equilibrium?
Knowing that the folks aren't like, everybody's not really like clamoring to sing a joyful "We're Traveling" tune. I'm not gonna I'm trying not to make it obvious. I guess I would want to interpret it before I told them something. Knowing what I do so far, I think giving less information is worse than in this situation, because that could raise more suspicion. It's a commodity we have in spades, so I don't want to add to the bad feeling. So I'll kind of, if there's some way I could like look to interpret it, mm-hmm. either through nature or insight.
What about through dance? The trees.
Spirit fingers, I've got spirit fingers.
The trees are swaying wrong.
Yeah, I'd say you can either do insight or nature, whichever one you would like.
Okay.
Baron's dance spoke to me. I feel something's wrong with this place.
Non-nat 20.
Non-nat dirty 20. Alrighty.
Yep. I like that. Never heard that before.
I've never heard that before.
Neither have I, but I love it.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
He's got the dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you're noticing. What you start to notice are like poorly cleaned up fire pits, refuse piles. definitely humanoid of some kind, whether it be.
Someone pooped here.
Yep. And
I think that's what you meant by refuse.
yes, it is. And you do notice like places where you pass one place where there was obviously a camp made, but they didn't try to camp amongst the trees. It was more like that if stuff was in their way, they just pushed it out of their way. So,
amateurs.
Cutting down a sapling, doing a lot of damage to a couple of bushes and things.
Okay.
Something's not right.
He just pulls his sword
Okay.
out and just holds it out as he's kind of walking around. He's like feeling the trees, almost trying to kind of sense and look almost like tracking.
Okay.
To try to see if there's a definite direction that they had gone in, whoever they are.
Do we see that Baron is like on alert now?
Yeah, I think with him pulling his sword out and starting to touch the trees and looking around, most definitely.
I'm definitely actively on alert now. And loving the distraction. In fact, Immeral is ready to fight.
All right. So as you guys,
think Baeridin's going to turn into a bear and start sniffing about, trying to see if there's anything good, anything important to smell here.
all right. So I'll say Bear Baron or Bear Baeridin and Baron.
I smell a sitcom.
Da, da, da. One's a bear, one's a Baron.
We bear bears.
You continue that. You continue that song. One's a bear, one's a Baeridin.
And it's a bear. Baeridin. Do, do, do.
Yeah, I was just thinking go similar, like We Bear Baeridin, as opposed to We Bear Bears, but maybe that's
Wee baby Baeridin.
my fanboy love for We Bear Bears.
So I'll say, Baron, go ahead and make this would be, I guess, investigation.
Okay.
And Baeridin, you can roll perception. And I think you get advantage, especially if you're using your smell as a bear.
Okay, I'm actually going to, as an action, I'm going to expend one of my ranger spell slots for primeval awareness.
Okay.
Just to see whether aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fanes, undead, anything of that sort, within a mile of me. So.
All right. So you spend the moment to use your primeval awareness, expanding out. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20.
All right. You're able to come out of it fast enough as this wave of horrible nausea of something being wrong, not within a mile of you, in the direction of where the sacred oak was or is.
I literally start tearing full boat towards the sacred oak without even saying a word.
And I got a 23 on my perception.
Yeah, you smell something just rotting. And it's coming, the strongest smell of it is coming from where you just saw Baron Vals start booking it.
Yeah.
I will do a bear motion for everybody to come along, along with maybe like a "Ow."
All right.
It wouldn't be a good stream, Dr. B, if I didn't make bear noise.
All right, Immeral rolls his eyes and starts wandering towards Baeridin slowly, and making sure to keep an eye out for all of the thingies.
The thingies?
Immeral's had a bad day.
That's very tactical language. I like it.
You can look up for the thingies.
The thingies.
You never know.
The thingies, they're after the thing Ds, they're before the thing Fs.
Is that like an unfinished Dr. Seuss book?
Someone did once describe me as Dr. Seuss meets Doctor Who, so I'm just going to roll with that, and...
All right.
That works. What are Gragnold and Enkai doing?
I rolled perception and I got a 7, so I think I've been distracted by a very attractive-looking flower.
Yeah, you see this pretty flower, then all of a sudden you hear this quick moving, and you see Baron Vala's running off, and you see Baeridin doing a paw wave and starting to move off in that direction too, and Immeral gently sauntering. Getting out on your little... It was the caterpillar, right?
Yep. And I will go. I'll follow everybody.
All right, following.
I'm following. I put a little pep in my step, and I keep up with Baron.
All right.
At the front of the pack.
I keep far enough behind just to watch their backs, but I also pick up a handful of pebbles.
Okay. So as you are going along, play some of these songs finally. Baron, you are the first one through here, and so what you see, you move you guys over, and now you guys get to see the work that I had LoriB doing for me this week.
What?
All right. Oh, I have to make all of your icons controllable by each of you. Haha.
Yeah, you do. What's up?
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Controlled by. There we go. Sorry, guys. So you come in to the area where you saw this sacred oak. And what you see is that it has been cut down, and more you see places in it where there's like this black, thick ichor coming out of it, almost like tar. And you can see it seeping into the ground around the root system. So I'll move you in there. You guys have a little halo around you just so you stand out a little bit more against the map.
Okay.
Is it just that dark blackness, or are there any actual living creatures or beings about?
Make a perception check.
Sorry, switching back between windows. 8.
8. You don't see anything right away. What you hear is you hear the lumbering bear coming up behind you as you're coming in. But then after a quick moment, sorry, I have to move something down onto the right layer. You do see at the far end of this little clearing this deer coming out. I'll say at this point, and you guys should all have control of your tokens.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You're all kind of coming from that area.
Emerald goes wide.
You see this deer coming in, but looking at it, it doesn't look quite right. You look over and you can see half of the rib cage is exposed, and it's still walking, and its eyes are just solid milky white as it turns towards you.
Does this look familiar at all? Like maybe like sharks that we saw at some point?
It looks very much like sharks you might have seen at some point.
So, gang, Baeridin, Gragnold, this is familiar.
As you're saying this stuff, it's gonna go ahead and charge.
Which
Do
one
it.
of us?
Bring it. I'm here.
Think.
Kill me.
Given enough time, I'm gonna.
All right. Because you guys were talking, it is gonna go ahead and do one attack. It will move towards. It's gonna probably go towards Baron since you were the first one out of the trees.
Makes sense.
Which actually it might miss. With an 11. Assume that will miss you.
AC 14.
Yep. Okay. So it goes running right by you. Missing. It seems to be lumbering a little bit like having difficulty with its movements in its strange form. But as you guys are there, you also see couple other things come out.
Does this deer have big antlers or small antlers?
Rather large.
Oh. Well, there goes that joke. Doe, a deer.
No, this one actually has antlers. Coming out also from the woods, you see, I think Baron would recognize this, and possibly Gragnold and Baeridin too, as looking like a treant, but this thing looks diseased and just dead. It's the whole body seems to be leaking this black tar oily substance, and that's going to be initiative. So have...
Lightsaber time.
So if you guys click oh no, we'll have to do it manually. Could my producer maybe do that while I change up some music here?
Oh, I can do it.
Thank you.
Thank
Here
you,
we go.
Admin Sven.
I'm Sven, our producer, who's amazing, is going to do wonderful things for us. So,
I guess I have bear initiative.
yes, bear initiative.
Look for the
Bear initiative is totally worse than my normal initiative.
All right. And
How do you? Oh wow!
In Snow on the Hill news, there are 2 cars stuck on the hill.
oh,
The first guy who got stuck is still stuck. But then another car came up the hill and also got stuck, and then he got out of his car to help the other guy get unstuck.
is that?
Is it working, or are they just
Nope.
now stuck together?
They're stuck together, but they've got some sort of shovel, and they're really working.
Oh,
Okay,
I appreciate
that's
the
impressive.
cooking.
Oh,
Is that how we do this?
I'm
Oh,
not sure.
Well, I'll just enter mine.
Yeah,
I
if you
did
can
mine.
if you can enter it, that's awesome.
how are you entering that?
Just clicked on the number associated with your character.
Okay. Oh, never mind. I forgot to hit enter last time. We're good.
I didn't do very well.
I don't think any of us did particularly well, unless Enkai just. There we go.
There you go.
Distracted.
There we go.
Quick, Enkai, unicorn them.
This abomination.
Yeah.
The unicorn is for healing. The unicorn
Oh.
is for healing.
Oh. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that.
They can't tell you what to use the unicorn for. You can use the unicorn for whatever you want to use it for.
Okay,
Okay.
he's got a horn. You can use the horn for
So
whatever you
do we
want
have our turn?
He does only have one,
That's true.
by definition.
to. Unicorn, like university.
Unicorn.
You're learning.
Oh, yeah? Thanks, Tom.
All right. Now I usually don't worry about these, but yeah, I'm not too worried about
Whoa.
this. So as this gigantic ant-like creature comes out, you see these 2 little flickering lights next to it, kind of poofing in and out. As they come into the bright daylight, they are a little harder to see, but there's this little like collection of blue light that you can see, and they move. Excellent. All right.
Ah, crap. Do I know what those are?
Make a nature check.
Whew. I dropped my dice.
Okay, can't move too far.
That is a 24.
Yep, you know what a will-o-wisp is.
I explain Will-O-Wisp to everybody in the group.
In
What
bears.
is
That's what you with. Hey, boo boo.
All right, they can move up to about there, but that's all they can do on their turn. All right, Enkai.
I am going to. Okay, so I've never fought with a melee weapon before. It's a 5-foot reach. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
so you'll
I'm
be
gonna
right next
move-
to the thing.
I have to move next to the thing.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move next to the thing. I'm using Immeral's terminology now.
Excellent.
Okay.
No, that's a
Tactical language.
as it is a
Classic.
deer.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast Shillelagh and attack.
Excellent. Go ahead. So you roll,
Okay.
and
What
you
do
get
I
to use
roll?
your wisdom. So you get to roll a d20, and you get to add your proficiency and your wisdom to the attack roll.
Okay. So this is going to go well. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Okay, so my wisdom is 4, so that's 9. And then
Mhm.
what else do you
your
add to it?
proficiency, which I think
Oh,
should be
3. Okay, so 12.
12. That hits.
Yay.
It is a zombie
Yay.
elk. It's not very hard to hit.
Okay, good.
Oh, it is a thing E.
So yeah, we were right
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah. I was looking out for thingies.
It's exciting.
And it is, yeah, it's next to Baron, so I'd say you get sneak attack on this as well.
Sweet.
Mm.
Which means what?
It's
Two-
engaged, so you get extra damage.
You get extra damage. I think it's 2d6.
2d6
extra.
is correct. Yep.
So I rolled 6 twice.
What?
What?
Roll it
Okay.
again. Roll it again.
5.
Okay.
Well, because that's your
Ooh.
short sword, and then I think your sword also you get to add an extra.
An extra 2.
Okay. All
think.
right, so I have to roll for
What was the total on that damage? Because that was nuts.
14.
14. So look at something.
Did you roll 2 6s or a 6 and a 5?
I rolled 2 6s and then I rolled a 5 just for good
Yes,
measure.
that's
Okay.
17.
Oh, wait, you still get your damage from your weapon.
Yeah, which
You
is
still get the shillelagh damage.
yeah. The shillelaghs adds your wisdom to the damage as well. Okay.
Right.
Wow. So even with undead fortitude, yeah, no, there's no way you cut. So what you see is you see Enkai pull out her sword. You see this like the gleaming sunlight dancing off the watery surface of this blade as it comes. She comes forward and just cleaves the head of this beast right off.
I'm not messing around.
Glitter glaive.
And
You know,
you just see this spray of blood all over the place. How would Enkai react to doing that?
I think she would do it like that and then wipe the blood from her brow and then who's next? Who's next? And look at
nice.
Baeridin.
I approve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Gragnold maybe has like a little bit more respect for Enkai right now.
Nicely done.
That's the way to do it, right, Gragnold?
I think so. I don't know. These other things don't have heads. I'm not sure how to remove them from their bodies.
All right, Baeridin the bear.
The real secret is the whole thing's ahead.
Ah,
Baeridin the bear is going to run forward and attack the will-o-wisp.
all right, go for it.
And I think my claws are considered magical.
Level 8, is it 8 or 10?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'll try to look it up really quickly.
But I'll make my attack so you look.
Yep, make your attacks.
So that's I'm doing a bite attack and a claw attack, and they're both a modified 20 to hit. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20s will hit.
30-20.
So a total of 20 damage.
Okay. Oh wow.
And I imagine this looks a lot like a bear wrestling a balloon.
Yes, it does. Yeah, you just see him like coming in.
Just like on top of it, and then like it's trying to escape, and he's just kind of clawing around it.
I don't see where it's. I know that happens at a certain level. At skimming their druid page, I'm not seeing it. So we'll just say it counts for magic for right now, because I don't feel like looking up tons of rules in the middle of combat. That's not fun. So, all right.
I'll look it up later on.
Yeah. You tear right into it, and it's not looking good. This little will-o-wisp is kind of very flickering. It doesn't look like it's got much magic left to it.
Awesome.
All right.
Ah.
And I'll say too, the fighting of it was very weird. It's like it looks like this see-through-y kind of little orb, and you just see this bear kind of like tearing at it, and it's like it's losing its essence as it goes.
Nice.
All right, Immeral.
So I'm looking at this. I think I've counted it correctly. I have just enough movement because I'm fast as all get out. 2, run in there and do a jump over Gragnold to pound this thing. Unarmed strike, because magical unarmed strike.
All right, go for it.
Awesome. See, let's do this. Let's do this. That is not a great roll. That would have been impressive had I done that. That was just really not a great roll. That was a grand total of 12.
12. All right, so you come in jumping over the bear, going to connect, and like it's this little wispy light thing, and it just kind of flips out of your way, and you fall down, missing it.
And as I'm 3-point superhero landing, I come up with an uppercut.
Okay.
Do you say not today?
And I just grumble and go, and come up with an uppercut for 22.
22 will hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought, mother flicker. Because he's a will-o-wisp and he's flickering wisp.
We're all there with you.
All right. I'm not even gonna have you roll damage because I had 2 hit points left.
Yeah, well now it has -7.
All right.
Oh.
Coming up and just connecting somehow with this
Boom!
little light, and you just see it shimmer and dissipate. All right,
Yeah.
Baron. There is one will-o-wisp and this sickly-looking treant before you.
Okay, how far is the tree right there in the center? Oh, no,
It's
that's
the thing in the
part.
white circle. Whoops, yeah. Where the little pings.
Oh,
That's
what's
a tree.
up? It is
Oh,
camouflaged.
there we go.
Yeah, can you guys not see the aura?
No,
Now,
Aura.
Not
when
on
you
the
clicked
tree.
on it, I couldn't.
Oh, that's because I did that. I'm so sorry. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
We can, yes.
Okay, so sorry. That was why I put everybody in a
He's
circle.
camouflaged. He is a tree after all.
That
Yeah.
was a great
was.
camouflage.
It was. And this is a great map done by LoriB. She's amazing.
Yay, LoriB.
Yeah.
All right, so I think my first thing is I'm going to go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on the treant.
Alrighty. I'll put a little mark.
Bonus action.
That's a good
then-
mark for that.
I will go ahead with, I will automatically be using the Arrows of Dirk
Alright.
to make 2 attacks with the short bow.
Go for it.
Yeah, get these guys softly glowing.
Bring on the darkness.
and 11?
11 unfortunately misses, so the first arrow sails by it and lands off in the grass back in this area here. And where the arrow lands, you do see this like nice little lit up area, lighting the
Ooh.
underbrush.
Okay. Then as my second action, or second attack. Ugh, nat 1.
Nope.
I am definitely thrown asunder by this perversion of nature.
Yeah, seeing your sacred oak where it once stood, seeing this stump and seeing it so corrupted and twisted with this black ichor all around, and feeling sort of the sickness and smelling the rotted earth around you, it's just throwing you off, and the second arrow goes flying into a different part of the underbrush again, landing and creating a soft light where it lands.
Baron just read the last page of the Giving Tree.
Oh.
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 You want to
I know, right?
No, you want to bring up that book around a bunch of mental health professionals who are probably going to say that is terrible boundaries. That is terrible boundaries. The Giving Tree is a terrible lesson.
Yes.
I know, right?
It's terrible. That book made me depressed as a kid.
terrible boundaries.
That is how Baron feels right now, looking upon the perversion of nature.
It's okay to say no that people, when people want you to give to the point of hurting.
Yes.
It's okay to say no.
All right, Gragnold.
Gragnold is really annoyed that we're fighting trees right now and like colorful balloon lights. There's so many other things that he wants to be killing, so he's just going to go into a rage and run over there and just scream.
All right.
He's not gonna attack. He's just gonna scream.
He can't make it all the way over there.
Yeah, he can. He's 65 feet from the Will-O-Wisp and 80 feet from the Ent.
I think he can get there with a full run.
Why? You know what? Why do I just? Y'all remember Lancelot's charge of the castle in Holy Grail?
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna use my bonus action to go into a rage, and then as my action, I'm gonna just do double movement and run over there and just scream. Maybe like try to aggro this.
Wait,
thing.
what does your Totem of the Elk do for your movement?
Only when I'm traveling. I don't think it actually works.
Oh, okay, not when you're raging or anything. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's sort of an out of combat thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna scream and run over there and be like, I didn't even want to do this.
All right, so it's the tree Ent's turn, and it is going to come over here.
No.
All right. It is going to be doing a slam attack against Gragnold.
I thought I said no.
Bring it.
Which is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Can we revisit the no?
So 2d6.
But you need to slam. And
Oh, just shut up. Let the boys be boys.
So that's 11 points of damage. And then it's going to do another slam attack against the bear. Ooh, with a nat 1, which is going to miss. And then it is going to collect some of the sap and stuff that's coming off of it and hurl it towards the Baron. Which is probably going to miss with a 13.
Just missed.
Yeah, and so this, you see though on the ground this gooey substance just kind of land near your feet and kind of sick, like bubble and spit as it soaks into the ground. And that
Tearfully grabbing my next arrow.
That is its turn. The Ent, or sorry, not the Ent, the Will-O-Wisp is going to move up towards you, having seen the weapon that you are yielding.
Did
we just lose Gragnold?
I think we lost.
Uh-oh.
We lost Gragnold.
We lost Gragnold!
He's in a rage. We lost
so
Gragnold.
He was raging so much. I'm sure all our videos just got screwed up with our
Oh,
layouts.
they really did.
Sorry.
Sorry, power outages in Seattle.
The Will-O-Wisp is going to do a 21 to hit against Baron.
Oh.
Yeesh. Yeah, that definitely got me.
Yeah, I'll help you out in a sec.
All right, that's going to do 7 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And it's going to... That's all it can do on its turn. And now that brings us to Enkai.
All right, I am going to move closer to the tree.
All right.
There. And attack the tree. Oh, I'm gonna miss. 3, 6.
6, yeah, would miss.
6 is gonna miss. Yeah. So I run up to the tree and I don't know. Maybe I trip.
Okay. You run up and you go to, like, being a follower of Maloric, being a druid, trying to be at one with nature, like, you're going to swing at this thing knowing that it's sick and diseased, but there's something in you where it's like, this is a tree Ent. These things aren't supposed to be evil. What is happening here? Just the wrongness of all of this sits with you badly. All right. Baeridin. Baeridin.
Just
Baeridin.
Baeridin.
Baeridin. Baeridin.
Baird. I guess I will bite and claw the tree.
All right, go for it.
That seems like it may be a good. That's pretty good. So 21 to hit and something ridiculous, 26. To
Those
hit.
both definitely hit the tree.
Nice.
I missed my box for rolling in.
Hey!
Hey!
Guess who's back?
Back.
Back
It's a
again.
total of 26 damage.
Oh, wow.
26, nice. So coming
Wow.
and biting at this thing, tearing away at the bark, slashing, getting some of this. Oh, he's okay. You were frozen for a
There's a-
second, Adam.
Oh no, he's frozen again.
The goo kind of starts to fall off, and you're able to get some good damage done into there. It does taste really bad. It feels kind of gross, sticky on your paws. You don't really like it. All
As
right.
a matter of question, has
Tasting
anybody
sap.
here ever eaten tree bark?
Yes.
I've had aspirin. That's like
Yeah.
a tree bark.
I've fallen off a swing set and then landed in wood chips.
Okay.
I've heard that it's worse than tree bite. I don't know how true that is.
The bark is definitely worse than the bite.
Well played. Well played.
I don't know. Splitters hurt.
Hello.
All right, Immeral, it is your go.
Well, suddenly Immeral is filled with memories of being back at the monastery and having to punch the wooden dummies over and over and over again. And Immeral just drops low and just starts punching at the knee.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Trying to
First
hit-
punch at the knee is a 25 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah. And that is a 7 damage.
Did you add your
7
sneak
kneecap damage.
attack and stuff?
That is 10 damage. Didn't roll great, but
Okay.
10 damage. And then following it up with we're sweeping the leg. For 26 to hit.
That hits.
For 7 more damage.
Nice.
And then because it is a big tree,
Yes.
we cast Flurry of Blows.
Go for it. You can attack
4.
twice more.
Flurry
Yes.
that tree.
It is going to taste the flurry for another 22 to hit, and in this case,
Mhm.
we're just doing a side kick. How tall is this tree?
15 feet.
I just keep attacking at its knee.
Alright.
Just a
Solid
sweep that knee
connection with the
sideways,
knees.
and then you know what? Just straight up side kick, boom, right into the kneecap for 9 more damage.
9 more damage.
And then I come back around for a 17 to hit.
Just
Bring
hits.
that elbow straight down onto that kneecap for 11 damage.
Nice.
Really delivering on the kneecap.
I don't see, and the whole time I'm doing this, I'm just shouting timber.
I
And
like
Emerald, you are
tap
getting
that with every
splattered
strike.
with this black stuff as it's coming at you, or as you're attacking it, hitting it, connecting, and it seems to. Give me a perception check with disadvantage, real quick.
Okay. Oh boy. Well, that's not great. That is the same. Okay, I got a 15.
All right, it's high enough. You notice as you are punching away, you've managed to, around the knee, get enough of this blackness away that there seems to be, it looks healthy underneath.
Does it?
Take from that what you will.
I just shout out, everybody, there's healthy tree underneath. Ah! Yeah.
Baron.
All right. So I guess I have the will-o-wisp right next to me there.
Yep.
But now I gotta say that even with that, Baron is just far too taken in by what's going on with the tree. That's the most glaring perversion. He's gonna keep launching arrows at it.
Go for it. Is this another one of your special arrows?
Yep.
Okay.
Another. Actually, wait. 13.
13 unfortunately misses.
Okay. 4. Oh wait, nope, it's upside down. 9. 17.
17 hits.
Okay. Okay. $13.
All right.
Plus whatever the light damage is.
So that's a D4 of radiant damage that it adds. So you said 13 damage?
Yeah, so hold on, let me roll the d4 for the radiant. It's an additional 4.
Okay.
So
Dang.
17. Now
Okay.
that's the added damage of the Hunter's Mark that was thrown onto that.
Okay,
That's
good.
what
Yep.
Normally fine.
That's right, because you did mark it. All right, so you
Dang.
come back. And where this arrow connects, you guys see it sink into like sort of the upper torso area of this tree, and you notice immediately as it goes in, the black gooey liquid pulls away from the arrow.
Okay.
Gragnold.
I am so tired of fighting this tree. There's driders I need to kill. Did it do damage to me? My power went out right when he hit me.
It did hit you. I don't remember for how much. So I'll roll that damage again.
Okay.
6. Oh God, sorry.
How bad?
17.
17, but I'm raging.
You are
so that's-
raging because I just did roll double 6s.
So is that 9 damage then?
8.
Rounded up?
Round down. I round down for you guys, so. Yeah.
Oh.
And I round
see.
down, so that means the enemies get rounded down too, though.
Gotcha. All right. I am going. I'm raging. I'm also going to attack with a reckless attack, so I get advantage.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to attack twice with Dawnbringer and once with my scimitar. So I'm going to roll my 2 Dawnbringer attacks first, and
Okay.
then I'm going to roll for the scimitar, just so you know what I'm rolling.
Alrighty.
But I'm rolling with advantage because
Because
I'm
you're doing reckless. Yep.
reckless attack. That's good because my first attack was a natural 1. That's a 20 on the first roll.
That hits.
16 on the second roll.
16 will miss, but roll the damage
Okay.
for the first roll, and let me know what types of damage you have.
Is this thing? Does this thing take the extra damage from for radiant?
It
Right.
seems like Radiant is doing something to it.
Cool. So that's 12 damage from the first Dawnbringer attack, and Dawnbringer does extra damage against undead. Should I roll damage for that too?
It's not undead, but is all
Okay.
of Dawnbringer's damage Radiant?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, this makes a difference. So you said 12 damage?
Yes.
Alright, so as you bring the Dawnbringer up and cleave into this, what you see is rather than connecting with the bark, you actually connect with the black ichor that's attached to it. And you slice through it, and just the amount of power and force, and Dawnbringer actually flashes out in this bright, radiant glow that kind of temporarily blinds all of you. And what you see is all of a sudden the blackness and the disease that seemed to be coating this tree and just falls away as it falls to its knee and holding up its hands. Please, no! Please.
Yeah, I'm in a rage, so I think I'm gonna attack it again.
No!
Like, so yeah, I already attacked it twice with Dawnbringer.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my action surge and attack it again.
Okay.
Oh no!
I
Is
would.
there any way we can like roll anything to try and interrupt this?
Gragnold is not being reasonable. This whole thing is a big distraction. This whole thing is
I
super
want
annoying.
to spear tackle him
We'll
to
get to
stop him.
Mama. We'll get to the matriarch, whatever her name is. We'll figure this whole thing out. But first, get this tree out of here. I'm done with this crap.
I will say, Greg, as Emerald, you're voicing that you want to intercede here.
Oh, I want to spear tackle him and stop him just as soon as the tree begs for mercy.
I will totally allow this to happen for the story, but Gragnold is totally wanting to attack this thing.
Okay, I'm gonna say go ahead.
As Adam, I'm totally cool with this happening for the story, though.
Yeah, I'll say go ahead. Each of you roll another initiative.
12.
25.
All right. So, Gragnold, as you're going to bring in the scimitar and starting to
excuse me, 22.
to bring in this extra attack, Emerald, seeing what's happening with this tree, goes, no, and comes in and just pushes you down to...
Spear tackle. Spear tackle. Cam Chancellor style, full-on shoulder, flying.
God, what would this even be? So you're just, like, coming in and tackling him. And Greg, give me a wisdom saving throw just to see if that's enough to kind
of... wisdom saving throw. That is 21.
21. And I would actually say the way this one would go would be the higher the saving throw, the more likely you are to come out of it. If it had been a 1, there's no way you would have been stuck in it. It was enough for you to be like, why is Emerald tackling me? What's going on?
I want to kill this thing so we can move on.
Stop. It's begging for mercy. The ichor has gone away.
I don't know what ichor means.
The black goo.
Goo is the word I know.
Yes, I figured it would be. The black goo that made it bad has gone away.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. We have time once we save Baron.
All right. And that will bring it... So the ant on its turn is just kind of sitting there shaking. The will-o-wisp is going...
Megan, real quick.
Yep.
Did that use my action surge, or should I say it's unused?
I'll say it's unused.
Cool.
You were in the process of getting ready to do your action surge when Immeral smashed into you. That's going to be a miss with 10. So the little will-o-wisp kind of spurts out, but seeing how things are going, it does start to pull back. So, Baron, because it was in melee with you, if you want to do an attack of opportunity, you may.
I most definitely would.
All right, go for it.
Get it.
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, not marked. So... 9.
9 points of damage to it. All right.
Yep. And then second attack.
Yep. Oh no, this is a reaction. So.
Oh, okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's right. Not standard action. Never mind.
Yep. All right. Enkai, it's your turn.
I have the Totem of the Wolf, so anybody that's attacking this thing with melee while I'm next to it should get advantage.
Yep.
Oh.
So what you see, Enkai, is this tree ant that you had this hard time cutting into before looks the way it should right now, and it's shaking, and it seems very, very distressed.
Okay. Can I go up to it and cure its wounds?
Yes.
Okay. I will do that.
Well,
all right. So you go in and do a cure wounds, and you see some of the cuts that have been put into it. And you see, like, any lasting splotches where there was any of that black goo still stuck to it. Those burn away, and it seems to become a healthier-looking tree again.
Nice.
Baeridin.
I mean, are we effectively out of combat, or
I mean, there's still the will-o-wisp. It's running away, though.
I don't think I have anything that will let me effectively chase down that will-o-wisp. So, this tree. I guess I would shapeshift out.
Okay. It's a
And,
bonus action. Psh, you're back to being Baeridin.
Turn to the tree and just say, what happened here? I'm sure Baron probably didn't bring us to a dead tree spot to celebrate.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll just ask, Emerald and Baron, are you wanting to make attacks against the will-o-wisp before it flees?
Not really. What I'm kind of curious to do is use use a cinder strike against the black goo on the tree.
Okay.
Oh, it does still have black goo all over.
Well, the ent does not. The stump does have black
on
goo.
the stump.
Oh.
The stump has some black goo and going into the ground around the area.
That's the giving tree's final form.
Dude!
That's what this episode is called, The Giving Tree.
Oh. That L. Silverstein meets the X-Files.
Yes. Alright, let me
You need a
change.
hug.
Oh my god. So I actually cast Cinder Strike. Basically, I do a 15-foot cone of fire
Okay.
to try and burn the black goo away.
Alright, so this is just straight fire damage?
It's a 15-foot cone of fire.
Alright, so you step forward and set fire. Part
The
of the
barren sacred tree.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baron.
It's got some problems right now.
Okay.
I am trying to. This is like botany
Yeah.
chemo, all right? I'm trying to burn it away.
Alright, how would this react to that? So you are able... How much damage would that do?
That's what I was looking up right now because this doesn't exactly tell me. Oh no! Go back!
Probably the same as
Where is it?
burning hands, right?
Yeah. No, I was trying to look this up right now. I am burning hands.
I'm gonna guess 3d6.
Something like that. And I'm just gonna keep singing until I can find it. That's okay. That's okay. It's 3d6 fire damage on a failed save.
Okay. So it can't make a save because it's a stump. So-
Okay.
The stump gets out of your way.
The stump.
I
artfully-
do 10 fire damage.
All
Now
right.
it's charred and covered in goo.
Yeah, so part of the stump is charred. You do see some of the goo seems to be going away, but it's not as effective as you were hoping against the goo.
I tried, gang. Anybody else want to do something? The light seems to help.
Wait, let's talk to the tree first.
We're gonna talk to the tree?
To the tree.
One that's well. He's like running over to the fallen. And I'm actually also going to kind of assess whether it could benefit from additional healing. So
You
I
look,
will.
look at it. It's looking like it's taken a couple of blows, but it looks okay. These creatures to be very hardy.
Where is the stump versus the tree ant that I was fighting?
The tree ant is right next to you. The stump is this thing that I'm pinging.
Oh, this thing that's in the map. Okay.
Yep, the
Yeah.
thing in the middle. That's the stump.
Gotcha.
You go up to this tree ant and you see like these leaves coming off of it. And you see actually this one is an oakkin tree ant. And as you're looking at it, it's looking over towards the stump, looking at the black ichor coming off of it, and you just see like these sap tears coming down its face.
What happened?
These men, they came and destroyed my tree.
What did they look like? Where did they go?
That way, pointing off back in the direction you all came from. They wore white with a sun on it.
Again?
I literally just turned right over.
You want your revenge now?
I still have him pinned, by the way. I'm not entirely sure he's not gonna rage again.
I think I'm still in a rage.
You're getting to a point where it's gonna drop if you don't take damage.
I assume being tackled would have kept me.
Yeah, that's true. You were tackled then. So yeah, you have another 6 seconds.
Full vertical, horizontal spear tackle. We're talking like Terry Tate office linebacker here.
So I kind of want to just reverse Sword in the Stone, the stump with Dawn.
Okay. And you actually do hear Dawn in your ear saying, "Bring me over to the stump. I think I can at least cleanse it." Would Immeral let him up?
I didn't hear Dawn.
Fair.
Let me up. Let me up. I gotta stab the stump.
No.
I'm gonna do the stump, not the tree.
No.
The stump.
No.
Let me up.
Wait, you're gonna stab the stump?
The stump. Dawn's telling me to stab the stump. I gotta stab something.
Okay. Dawn is telling you to stab the stump.
Yes.
Okay, so your sentient sword is telling you to stab the stump.
Yes. I only have 6 seconds. Get
Do
off.
this. Go.
All right, so you bring Dawn down into the stump, and as you're bringing it, you do just see this amazing kind of like crackling happen around, and again like this great pulse of light, and all of this black ichor goes away. And you feel this very rough, large hand on your shoulder, and you hear this very slow, rumbling voice. Thank you for doing what I lacked the ability to do. As the tree ant talks to you.
Don't touch me.
Gragnold,
You'll be pulling back a stump if you try that again.
don't be rude to the tree person.
Too soon.
He attacked me. So
He was not himself.
he was covered in ichor.
Yes, and he isn't anymore.
Hey, you learned.
No, he did. I learned it from you.
That has got to be one of the things on our bingo card.
Will you be okay if we pursue these men?
Yes, think so. But look upon this. And as he points to the stump, they carved that, and from that came the corruption. And you guys look, and you do see a small carving, and there it is still black, and almost like it's like a little, just the smallest residue of this goo is sticking into this small carving.
Can Dawn carve it? Can Dawn cut it out? Can
Actually, before that,
excise it.
Baron's gonna grab one of those other arrows with the light on, and he's gonna just plunge that arrow into the last remaining bit of goo with his hand.
Ooh, nice.
All right, yeah. So you pick up one of the fallen arrows and just plunge it right in, and you almost hear like this spider scream. Is the best term, like that kind of
Yeah.
sound.
Squeaky styrofoam.
Yeah.
Spiders.
What's the carving of?
Make a perception check.
22.
22. As the arrow goes in, you actually see like the carving dissipates and it becomes very hard to see. But before that, you recognize this as the strange symbol that's inside the sun of the new symbol of Pelor.
Gragnold, I think it's time we chase someone down.
I think it's time to kill someone.
Let's go.
Couldn't kill the tree. You killed some balloon thing.
Thank you, friends.
So did the tree say they were close, or that it was a while ago?
It was more than a moon cycle ago that these men.
Actually, I didn't think we asked.
How far are the men that did this?
Hold on. And you see the ant kind of slowly get up and stiffly move over.
Are you asking the
Can't
tree or
hear
are you
you.
asking the tree ant?
I'm asking the tree ant.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
goes over and he places a hand and wraps it around another tree branch and kind of breathes in and relaxes. Quite a bit of time passes, about like 10 minutes before his eyes kind of flutter open again.
I don't have 10 minutes to wait while the trees just touch each other.
If we want to find these men, we must be patient.
What are they doing?
I take the
trying to
handful of
locate.
pebbles I've been holding on to
10 minutes!
and I fling one of them right now.
Can I attempt to block the pebble?
Sure, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh, that's a good roll. Oh man, I got a 19 to hit Gragnold.
With my dex bonus, I got a 25.
Yeah,
Uh,
right out of the
I
air
think-
you snatch that pebble.
We should have... Immeral has to hit me with a pebble every 6 seconds so that I can stay in rage. I'm always angry.
Is that what it is? That's your
That's
battle?
his trick. He's always angry.
That's his Bruce banner.
He goes, for once, can you try to put knowledge in there instead of a rock?
I'm teaching him.
No, you're hitting him.
That could be
If you
teaching.
want to find the bad man, we need the tree to locate him.
This is a positive punishment.
On that psychological note, the tree ant comes over and looks at you all. It's like, my friends tell me that the ones who did this have already paid the price. That one with a glowing sword was the one to do it.
I already killed him. Gah!
Well, that's not satisfying at all.
No, I feel worse now.
Have they gotten to other areas of the forest? Are there other sacred places that have been tainted?
There's one other, but I think we can get there. Knowing now what to do, I can gather some of my brethren, and we can save it. Or at least cleanse it. And he looks just very sadly at the stump of the tree.
At least he didn't get turned into a boat.
Another pebble.
I let this one fly.
This is the pebble of manners.
It was a Giving Tree reference.
I'm aware of what it is. I got a dirty 20 to hit him.
Yeah, that'll hit.
But we can still sit on you.
Ah!
Oh.
You're still good for something, Stump.
Lord, just we could still sit, just being right, pebble, right there.
I'm building up an immunity to these pebbles.
Yeah.
Then I start
You
hitting
need
you in the
these larger
sternum.
rocks.
Yeah, you have to get larger rocks because that's how I've acclimated to these.
Yeah.
The rate of attrition on this behavior mod.
Yeah.
So,
My friend, out of this death, we now know the means to protect and prevent future occurrence. Let us take lessons from the sadness that has occurred this day.
we shall. Thank you, Guardian of Trees, for being able to do what I could not.
It was not just me alone.
Here,
Mostly it was done, I think.
to each of you. They kind of reach up and grab something, and they hand it and give each of you an acorn.
Baeridin's totally gonna try to put it in his mouth.
I was gonna do the same exact same thing.
I actually, am I standing next to them at this point?
Sure.
I've learned enough at this point that I hold my both arms out.
I think it's just, we just eat these.
No. Don't put the strange things in your mouth. Let's find out what they do first. Are they normal acorns?
Usually they grow trees.
Yes.
Yes.
Are
So
they
why do you want to train your stomach?
belly?
Gragnold, you told me that was just a myth that they'd say.
That's watermelons.
I thought it was a nut.
It's a seed technic. Oh, for the love of Mr. Tree, however you wish me to address you, Treant. What are these? Do these acorns signify anything?
They're my way to thank you. If you tend to them, they can grow into mighty trees, children of
We're
mine.
waiting.
Megan, you're muted.
I'm muted?
There you are.
Oh,
No, there you go. You're back. You're back.
okay. Sorry about that. They, with time and care, they can grow into children of mine, and to bring about bounty and shelter and growth. If nothing else, they're a symbol of new life and just a symbol of thanks for the service you've done today.
Don't eat it. No. No.
I think a symbol of new life sounds delicious.
No. I lean over to both of them and through gritted teeth Do not eat their unborn children.
Okay, we'll eat them later. You got it. Okay.
Do not eat the treant's unborn children.
I won't eat them until
Don't
we're
eat
away from the
treant's
tree.
unborn children at all.
Maybe you should hold on to this. So
That's a good idea.
Not keep
That's not sensible.
Baeridin.
in case I need a snack for later.
Baeridin, we don't eat the gift acorn, especially when it's a treant's unborn children.
I think unborn is, I think, the wrong word because I don't think they.
Ungrown might be a better term.
Grown, fine. The principle is still the same.
Baron pats Immeral on the back with like a, oh, man, you trooper. I'm like, wow. He doesn't say anything. He just
But
pats him on the back quietly.
he gets it. He gets it for sure.
There's a note. Emerald turns around and just glares, but it's a knowing glare that has just a hint of thank you.
And again, he just
Okay.
kneels down and
Baron will put the acorn in his pocket.
There you go.
Baeridin, we'll eat them later.
So shall we continue to make peace with the mother?
No, we're not going to make peace with the mother. We're going to go to the mother so the mother can let us into the hole in the ground to go
We're
kill
gonna go to the other mother.
riders.
swift be your
Yeah,
steps
let's
and
talk to the
safe
mother.
be your path. Take care.
Thank you. How may we address you?
Tree person.
Tree.
You have a name.
Oakley
Frieden.
works.
Treeden. That's a good name. Nice work, Baeridin. Treeden. I'll
Perhaps
call
he
you
has his own name.
Treeden.
I slowly reach over and cover both of their pull them in for a very stern but casual hug.
Oh,
How may we remember you, my friend?
I've been
And we
called-
walk off slowly.
Yeah.
I hold both of their mouths as we walk off.
He
slowly.
smiles at you. Is just like, the failed guardian.
Well, I don't think that's it either. I think that's a cuddle.
And we are a little late to take our bio break, but we will take a
Let's
quick
take-
break right there so we can pop in and say hi to chat.
Hey.
Hi, oh God, I've been quoted.
Oh gosh, we have 3 clips already from tonight.
You have 3
Wow.
clips. Oh my goodness, what clips have we? Oh, we lost Adam again.
Oh no! Oh no, our video's all messed up again.
What timing, though?
Oh my gosh. Do not eat the tree ants, children.
Oh, wow.
I can't make the save because it's a stump.
How's it going, chat?
Hi,
Oh
chat.
man, these clips are
Hello.
great.
I'm gonna make the video go wonky also because I have to go.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. I am Squall. Wait a minute. I am Squall. Is that Levi who just changed his name?
Are you
It
out
might
now,
be.
Rachel?
Yeah,
I am out. I've been sick all weekend, but I didn't want to miss it, so I wanted to come and do what I could do. But I am like,
no problem. Thank you, Rachel. Just
Yes.
Oh,
Feel
bye,
better.
Rachel.
Chat, give
Bye.
Rachel lots of
Thank
love
you.
and hugs.
So,
Thank you.
but you
See you
need to
next-
know, Emerald has like a little bit more respect for Enkai now.
okay, good,
Nice.
good.
Like maybe a pat on the shoulder.
Oh, good. I'm
Take
glad.
some time to warm up to Emerald.
Yeah,
It
well,
does.
you know,
I'm working on it.
Okay, you know what? Insecure attachment. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
It is.
It is a thing for sure. Hi, you guys. See you next time.
All right, feel
Bye.
better.
Sleep and be well.
Quick break
Thank
as
you.
well.
Yep, we're quick bathroom break. I'm saying hi to everybody in chat. And if you guys can, don't turn off your videos as you walk away, just because that messes up
Yep.
the streamy stuff. If y'all, yep. And our videos have all gone wonky again. So
Oh, boy.
I know they all went wonky.
I know, and they'll go wonky as soon as Adam comes back. So
Well, I'm not touching anything.
We'll fix the video
Aw.
shortly.
Hopefully, is his power out, Adam?
I don't know. He hasn't messaged me. But he did say it was flickering, so he's probably losing
Yeah.
internet every time it flickers.
Cool. We've got people being
I like
neighbory.
listening to Jack type.
Oh, my ultra mechanical keyboard.
It's like a typewriter keyboard.
Oh yeah, I actually that was my favorite Christmas present I ever received was an old Smith Corona typewriter when I was like 15.
Sven is working hard on the
That does
stream.
sound super fun.
My mom's like, "You want a bike? No, typewriter is fine."
I'm not touching anybody's video until Adam comes back.
Would it be easier just to like make Zoom like its own little like window rather than? I mean, it looks prettier with everybody having their own chat window, but
I removed it
I don't know.
because then I'd have like 2.
Oh well, wait. Yeah, I think you can make it so you can hide me. Technical difficulties. So one of the things, chat, if you guys, so I've been getting to guest on Tales from the Mist for the next 3 more Fridays. I get to be there. So they have a bingo card. One of the things being technical difficulties, new NPCs introduced, things like. I think we need to make a bingo card for our stream too. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
We definitely need a I learned it from you square.
Yeah.
Potion of Wonder square. So a bingo card's 5x5 usually?
I think so, with the free space.
Yeah, with the free in the middle, so it's 24 things we'd have to come up with.
We can come up with 24 things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so happy to have the music from Tabletop and getting to use the sounds from Sirenscape, and it's actually working. Like, this is phenomenal.
Nice.
The integration seems pretty seamless.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I haven't touched a Metal Gear game in forever.
Yeah.
So, what games has everybody been playing recently?
Video gaming. I'm actually waiting to be able to afford getting Kingdom Hearts 3.
I've heard it's very confusing.
Oh, how so? This makes me sad.
Just the plot is very, very confusing. So there's this YouTube channel I really enjoy now called Girlfriend Reviews, where a gamer's girlfriend is reviewing what it's like living with a person in backseat gaming. All these different games.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
It is probably one of my favorite YouTube channels right now. Like,
I appreciate everybody on chat helping us to fill in our
Small
the
Animals
bingo
Rebelling.
card?
Yes.
our bingo card. That's
Yeah, not a sponsor definitely is one that we need to have on there.
Yep.
Throw a pebble.
Yes. 90s reference, yes.
Deck of Wonder drawn is nice.
Yes.
Ooh, Homestar Runner reference.
Dr. B quotes in a Discworld. That would have to be the free space, right?
I wonder if there's a way I can...
Either that or 80s reference with Jack in the group.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Homestarrunner.net. It's .com.
All of us looking up things with all of our not a sponsors, like D&D Beyond, not a sponsor. Oh, I can close like half of my D&D Beyond windows now.
Oh, nice. There's a link to making your own bingo card.
Ooh.
That's great.
That's awesome.
There we go. That's cool. We'll have a bingo card by the end of the game.
We're gonna have some bingo card stuff.
I think my favorite thing about the Kingdom Hearts 3 is when they're like, just to understand how the fans' response to why it's taken so long, they showed a picture of Haley Joe Osment, like, then, when the last game was released, and now, just to, like, show you how long, and it makes me laugh because I've been really digging Future Man that he is in, which it's just hilarious that, you know, it literally is like one of those it's a real world example of when you put a kid face on an adult head. Like, it's literally, that's Haley Joe Osment now.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, they are creating a bingo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one of the squares is going to be Dr. B makes a Discworld quote.
I don't quote Discworld that often in this game.
Should we assume Adam might not be coming back, that his power has gone away?
I have to end it for them.
Huh. Interesting. So, let me bring this. There we go. What's up? Now y'all can hear me. Hey,
Hello.
everybody, welcome.
2 more
Welcome.
seconds. I want to grab some sugary goodness in the form of cupcakes.
Awesome.
I want a
Yeah, but
cupcake.
what we're gonna
Jack,
do
send
is
me a
we're gonna take it down real low here on Clinical Role, and we're gonna wish you, all you lovely lads and ladies and everybody, a happy night. You grab someone you love and you hold them tight.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Ah!
Late night.
This is from my daughter.
Okay, that's adorable.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah, and they just enjoy writing on it because it's that kind.
Ah.
I want to hear the late night love connection with Dr. B.
Yes.
Radio.
Well, well, then what we do is for that, I'm almost tempted to go full ladies man
Yes.
and be. Oh, wait a minute here. So hold on, they can only see half my head. So all right. Yeah. How is everybody doing?
I just opened up another bottle of Cavassier.
Yeah. No. Welcome to the ladies man. My name is Leon Phelps. How y'all doing?
Oh, there he is.
So we have all the right answers to your romantic queries. No, but when Dr. B brings it down, the B stands for base.
Boom. Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
how's everybody doing out there in late night love land? We're just gonna be here sipping on a little bit of brown goodness. Take that how you will. I certainly did. I don't know. I'm talking about liquor.
Right.
You know
that
what,
was
Dr.
not
B?
my inference.
You can sip on whatever kind of brown goodness you want to sip on. That's
I don't want to.
I've no
that way.
judgment. No judgment here.
Wow. Yeah. No, that just came out all wrong. That was.
Jack has a
that-
kitty.
Oh, look, Kitty saving me from the fact that I was just an ass.
This is Ozymandias.
Aw.
Previously Esmeralda before we found out Ezzy was an Aussie. Whoops.
That's a very chill kitty cat.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He is major slack.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
So, Johns, I wanted to say the deliciousness that you might miss of tasty cakes. I don't know if you get those out where
Oh.
you're at now.
I grew up on the East Coast, Jack. Tasty
I
cakes are
know.
not a thing you can get in Seattle. Every once in a while, my aunt still sends us a package of Tasty cakes because they are impossible to get here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we got Hostess.
Yes,
Tasty cake, not a
do not
sponsor.
compare.
Not a
Tasty
sponsor.
cakes are amazing.
Back where
I know they don't compare because Hostess.
With the mostest.
No,
Back where I come from, we eat moon pies. We
Oh, moon pie.
drink RC cola and eat moon pies.
Well, in Maine, we had whoopie pies, so...
man, I miss Tasty cakes.
I'm sorry, is this so my goal tonight is to cause everyone to feel pain and sadness, either through the giving tree or tasty cake memories.
Bring up
So,
the giving tree one more time. I am hurling so many pebbles at you.
Did we lose Rachel?
We did. She's not feeling very well. She's been
Oh,
battling
no.
a stomach bug, but she wanted to make it for at least half of the game.
Yeah.
Aw.
Stomach bug and the pink eye epidemic, I believe, is
Yeah, so her little
Yeah,
ones
that's
are not feeling well right now.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but I found my
What
my
is that?
What?
I found my driver's license. It was on my desk. I found this little box that I was using as a roll box on my desk here at home, and then I happened to find my old under 21 license from Texas when I lived in Texas, and that's me with long hair. And
Wow.
that's technically those are dreadlocks.
No, those aren't dreadlocks.
Those are definitely dreadlocks.
No.
I don't have an issue date, but I think I was 18.
Son of us says that's not real.
Totally real. Totally real.
Oh god.
No.
18-year-old Adam Davis with dreadlocks.
So, what advice would you give 18-year-old Adam Davis?
Let your freak flag fly, man.
Do it.
Don't worry. It's the same advice I'd give 8-year-old Adam Davis.
Nice.
With a rat tail, because I was talking to Ryan Kelly about that earlier today.
Your baby-faced Ryan Kelly.
I totally had a rat tail in 1993. It was super cool.
The chat believes it looked like Tommy Wiseau there.
You're daring me.
I like it.
Oh, hi, Tommy.
Brave of you showing that on stream.
I did not hit her.
You like to play football?
Anyway,
I did not do it.
are you guys ready to get back to?
Let's get back
think
to
so.
the black goo.
Let's
All
get down
right.
to business to defeat the goo.
In fact, you know what? Let's go back in time.
Gonna go back in time.
Somebody mark the music down. We had a song reference.
Dun-dun-dun.
Song reference.
Mark your
Does that count
square.
as
That's
song
the
reference
free
or
square
80?
right there.
Which
Yeah.
does that count as?
I don't know. For clinical role bingo, I think song reference really would have to be the middle square.
I haven't referenced any songs tonight. I think it's different when we're not in the same room.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, we've referenced 3 so far.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just now we did it.
No, more than 3, because there was a ton of like club music references from the 90s earlier on in the episode. It was just constant.
Cool. All right, so let's get back into it. Chat, we'll see you guys in a little bit because we took our break a little late, so we'll be back pretty soon.
Bye. Bye.
All right.
But.
Bye.
All right, coming back into it. After the Trient departs, you guys are left to your devices. I'm assuming you're starting to follow the
The
direction.
tree
of the
leaves. He doesn't just like hang out there and wait for us to leave really
No,
often.
the tree leaves.
This is where he
I was
lives.
gonna say he makes like a tree.
and leaves.
Pebbles all around.
Dad jokes needs to be another square in our bingo.
Bad.
Actually, we had the monopoly on tree jokes, the bark bite, and
Yeah, we did have a lot of
Yeah.
tree jokes. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
general wordplay.
thematic
It was
cunning.
well rooted.
Oh, we need to branch out more with these references and jokes.
No, we need to just grow beyond this. I plant my foot down now and I say no more. What would this be if we cannot get past this?
I would hate if anyone in the audience are bored.
These are kind of sappy.
Oh. That one was low-hanging fruit. I can't
Ah.
I say nuts that a whole thing.
Oh, God. Right.
I think
So,
the seed has really been planted for a whole lot of jokes for the future, though.
but
Heyo.
my question is, which one of us is going to give their stump speech to stop this?
Ooh.
Okay, it was a stretch. I tried it.
I think that one's definitely on the chopping block.
Oh. All right. So, you guys start to make your way.
I don't believe I had to lumber my way through all this.
Oh, go!
And I'm M. Sven for the lumber.
I
Yeah.
think there's a box in the bingo card when I'm Sven has to say something.
Yes.
A voice from beyond.
Like your voice from
Sven
beyond
shows up.
comes.
Can we actually give him a narrator point where just he comes in and Immeral thinks it's easy. It wasn't.
He liked to pretend he did it without any problem.
He didn't.
He didn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anywho, so the
Give myself a microphone if that's what you do.
after the failed guardian leaves to go and try and take care of the other place of corruption that he mentioned, you all are feeling again that pull towards the west from your amulets.
It's literally hanging on there.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. We're going in.
Fine. Yeah,
Cool. We head
All right.
west.
All right. I'm assuming Baeridin's turning back into the giant elk.
Yeah, I assume we're not exactly super close or anything like that. So
No, you guys still you're still a ways away. Your characters wouldn't know how far.
then giant elk time it is.
All right, so you giant elk it up.
Immeral stares at Baeridin. Excuse me, to Baron.
Mm-hmm.
No. Just not this time. No.
What?
Were you so sick that you remembered not puking on me?
That was Enkai.
Enkai puked on you.
Enkai puked on me. Where's Enkai? I turn around. Enkai, no.
And she's kind of just like laying across the back and holding on to the hoodie and looking greener than usual.
Just
Hoodie up.
so we all fit on the elk.
Oh yeah. You guys all easily fit on the elk.
why do I feel like doing this?
It's a huge sized creature, so
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys, this was your second day. Okay.
Sorry, fool.
I need to get to book. I'm sorry. This is going to be terribly unprofessional.
Well, meanwhile, we are apparently all worried about the teepee for our bungholes. It's
I am cornhole.
God.
90s
Yeah.
reference.
90s
Take
reference.
that off the
Yes.
bingo box. 90s reference.
I will say I have found a way to actually make Beavis and Butthead an encounter at some point for you guys.
Ooh.
And it is going to happen.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Feels like more
Oh
of a
my God!
social encounter.
I will tell you all, I am cheating just a little bit and looking at the chat, especially as we're waiting for the book, so we can have a swift interlude and filler. And I gotta say, It's Rain has pulled out the A+ emoji game.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
I need to click over to chat real quick?
Oh my
A+
gosh.
emoji game.
Yes!
It is Beavis and
Well
Butthead's
done.
emojis.
I take my hat off to
Well,
you.
Yeah,
All right.
Emotes.
burning
So
effect
because
with fire.
of the rest of the day passes without any issue, you guys are able to go along. Someone give me a D100 roll.
I'm on it.
All right.
That is a 4.
4.
I wish I would have rolled that.
All right. So as you're going along, at one point you guys do catch off in the distance a mountain lion, but it seems to be stalking something else. Not too interested in you, just going off in a direction. You see a little while later, you see some carrion birds up above, probably indicating that it's gotten some sort of kill. But that night, you're able to make camp and get the rest in. Would any of you want to do anything during the night or have any conversations?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
You look like you have something to say.
You're such a
No.
glutton for punishment.
Immeral is about to meditate again and totally actually pay attention again.
All right.
Immeral, you gotta take some deep breaths.
Emerald, you can't just squeeze it like that. You gotta let go.
You gotta get calm. Relax a little bit. Let it out.
One of my favorite blues artists actually had a song that was a lot of grunting and groaning, and the only really lyrics were let it go, I just can't take no more. And it was called Constipation Blues.
Amazing.
That's
For
awesome.
Screaming Jay Hawkins.
I have something for you if you need that. Secret blend of herbs and spices.
Immeral is just preparing himself to meditate.
It's
and
mostly
explore
bug
his
legs.
own memories.
All right.
It's beer. Beer will help you go.
It's a beer.
It's beer. Beer is the solution to most of my problems.
The cause of them.
No, I wouldn't say the beer is the reason why the Driders came and killed my entire tribe.
That we know of, Gragnold. We haven't questioned them yet. Maybe you were on to something with your beer.
We called it Drider's Draft.
I think that would be
Good.
a little too personal. I don't want to celebrate that. Once I kill them all, and then I take their legs and put them in my draft, I think we're onto something.
So we have stopped to do the meditation. And stuff.
Yeah, this is you guys have stopped for the night.
Okay, I am going to, almost obsessively, basically kind of circle where our campground is just to make sure that we're in a safe area. I'm kind of on high nature alert at this point.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check, and you can have advantage since I assume woodland areas are.
Actually, that is one of my. Yeah, I have advantage when my preferred terrain, as long as we're forest or mountain.
Yep. Which this would count as both.
Okay,
Or either.
21.
21. Nothing too out of the ordinary. You guys are into getting towards midsummer now. So you're seeing different little, some of the younger animals starting to make their first forays out. Most are steering clear of your campsite because you guys have a small fire going. And there's a lot of noise between Gragnold, Baeridin, and Enkai, probably retching in a bush.
Do we need to eat?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you guys would need to eat.
Should we forage and hunt?
Yeah. And I would say probably you guys would, knowing that you would need to do that, you probably would stop like an hour or two before sundown to give yourselves time for that.
Can I roll survival to do some hunting and foraging?
Sure.
I was going to say, as a callback, could I try to find some of those herbs that ease the stomach and the nausea that I had used previously for Enkai and I when we did our travel?
Yep.
I got a 17 on survival.
17. So you are able to find some good food. Some of the more like hardy mushrooms that are very flavorful and good to eat. And you're also able to trap some rabbits, we'll say.
Don't let Bun Bun see.
Don't let Bun Bun see. Yeah.
I'm gonna field dress this rabbit.
Bun Bun won't notice it once you're done dressing it and cooking it.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm on the lookout for small rodents to ping with pebbles and put on a spit.
Oh yeah, we are at war after all.
That is true.
Yeah.
Only with chipmunks, though.
The blood of my enemies.
And Baron, did you give a survival check or nature check or survival? Sorry for finding the herbs.
I actually want to ask for a ruling because it, being the favored terrain, there's actually quite a bit that I can do with that. So one of the things I'd like to do is, in addition to that, and I don't know if it will require a roll, is I can find twice as much food than anyone else that's foraging as part of the Natural Explorer. And I actually, while I'm engaged in other things, I'm alert to danger. So I don't know if you need me to make an inner wisdom based check on that.
How about we do this since Adam already rolled for Gragnold, that we'll say the Baron went with Gragnold, and you were able to find lots of extra, you guys have more than enough food for the next couple days, so you probably don't need to forage for a couple days. And you did find some of the herbs that you were looking for.
Okay, so that would be nature, you said, right?
No, I'll say you found, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with a.
All right.
Thank you for reading that stuff, and this is where I rely on my players to know their characters, so I don't have to memorize everything.
I mean, the check is insane because it basically doubles my proficiency
bonus
for anything rolled on an int or a wisdom. So I was like, oh my god,
that is a ridiculous modifier.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
It's on par with bards and rogues.
Yep.
Shh, we don't mention rogues. Who's a rogue? What?
All right.
You rogue.
So, Immeral, you're going to meditate?
Yes.
What kinds of things would Immeral be focusing his mind on as he gets ready to meditate?
Oh, just bracing himself and trying to psych himself up for, oh, this may be awful, this may be awful, this may be awful, this may be awful. You can handle it, you can handle it. Basically, lots of self-talk going into the meditation.
I'm going to give him a beer.
Dark elves, then.
No beer.
Before you...
It's a premeditation beer.
No. 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 Gonna be clear-headed. You know, basically Immeral's take on this, if I have to face this, I'm doing this with a clear mind.
You sure?
Yes.
This is a good one.
I'll have this beer.
Okay, you can have it.
Just do not bother me about my dreams tomorrow.
By not bother you mean we should come and bug you and have you tell us all about it?
That is the opposite of what you should do.
Let you tell us about it when we ask you.
Let me tell you if I want.
When we ask you about it, you'll tell us.
When you ask me about it and I say I don't want to talk about it, or I hint I don't want to talk about it.
I don't pick up on hints very well, so you'll have to be very...
So if you ask me about it and I simply say no, you understand I'm not going to talk about it.
For a while.
Until I'm ready, which is at my choice.
A little bit later.
After breakfast.
But what if your decision to not talk about something puts the rest of us in risk?
These are my dreams, my visions.
Do you understand a party, a group? It's not just about you. It's about all of us.
Question that at this point, you don't get it.
Perhaps I don't.
Immeral walks off.
All right, go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Oh, Lord. 34.
All right.
I don't know what that means, but 34.
It's 17 more than 17.
Yep.
That is one more than 33.
Yes.
So as you fall into this meditation, and feeling the ground beneath your feet, you actually feel this pull from the acorn, and something about it, and you hold on to it, and you're just contemplating it in your hand as you fall into a meditation, and you feel the sensation of earth between your hands. And you feel sunlight on your back. And you see something next to you, a small sapling. Very tiny and fragile. As you're pulling it back and placing it in the ground. And slowly burying it. And here, feeling and sensing more than hearing a voice saying, "We plant to enhance the beauty of the world around us. We plant to give back." And the vision ends.
Immeral starts to cry. So quietly.
Baeridin and Gragnold are just watching Immeral meditate.
No.
About 10 feet away, your eyes open and you see Gragnold and Bear.
No.
That looked like it was intense.
No, back is turned.
I'm not going to ask you about it. You told me not to till after breakfast.
My back was turned to the whole group.
It looked like a tear.
No.
I think it was.
Immeral.
What are you afraid of?
No.
We've all been watching you meditate. We care about you. We wanted to support you when you came out of it, so here we are.
We're intervening in a way.
Yeah. You kind of put yourself in a position in order to feel this way, so we're here holding space for you. I'm drinking your beer because you didn't want it.
Immeral grabs his water.
You don't want this? Okay.
I hope you all pick up on the fact that Immeral is bloody angry.
He looks angry.
I'm inclined to agree. This is in no way awkward.
No, he does this sometimes. He gets emotional.
Away.
And then we have to get into probably a fist fight later. And then we drink a lot, and then we hug.
Away.
It's
This is healthy.
it's very masculine.
I see. Why doesn't he just talk about it?
I think he's been socialized not to talk about it.
Huh.
Gragnold, that was very insightful.
Thank you. I learned it from Immeral.
Perhaps you could
Immeral
teach
is
other
really
things.
not happy with all of you.
Well, we're here whenever you're ready.
We really
That's how
are
it works.
trying not to upset you. We're concerned.
That's how it works, Emerald. We're a clan. So we're here for you, whether you like it or not.
I turn to Baron. He's not.
We've howled together. We've drank together. I've done missions in service to your clan and your blood. This links us, does it not? It is heart, not blood. If it would help you, I'll walk away so you can open up to them. It's not about me.
Good.
He gets up and says,
Do you have an extra beer?
takes it,
Good things.
takes a swig, walks away.
Sit down, turn around. I don't want to talk about it.
After breakfast, then.
So when I have visions in sleep, oftentimes it's old people who I used to feel connected to, who now are dead, or I think are dead. Who
Reach
show
out,
up
hand on the mouth.
oftentimes.
Hand on the mouth.
When I'm feeling a little bit awkward, they give me important things that I have to. I need
hand around
I
the
need
hand.
to know
On the mouth.
things.
Hand on the
And
mouth.
when sometimes they show up when I'm trying to have personal time, and they awkward, and I know this.
It's moving the hand around. Okay, this is like push hands. That Emerald did training, moving the hand around on the mouth.
Listen, it's okay. We can talk about this. It's fine.
You know, at this point, Immeral just starts playfully slapping Gragnold in the process of this. Just
Okay.
get just a pat, boom, boom.
We can have fun with this.
And Emerald starts laughing a little bit. Boy, that took all the fun out of this.
I'm just trying to mirror your experience so we can merge on this moment together.
Yeah,
You
that
have
right
a laugh.
there is a perfect clip.
I was trying to laugh with you, Immeral. I was trying to connect with you. Listen, we can make this awkward or we can make this easy. Look, I'm not really all that good at trying to figure out what you need from me, but
Immeral is actually laughing at this point.
listen, I as my advisor and important member of the Ghost Fang clan, it's time for you to
Give me a beer.
Here you go.
Thank you. Now shush, drink.
I've been drinking while
Then
watching
drink
you
another one.
sleep for the last few hours.
Baron peeks in.
I heard laughter. Are we doing better?
Sit down.
Fair enough.
I think we're drinking.
We're drinking.
We've gotten to that part.
It's before breakfast,
Did I miss the fight?
so it's a good time.
It's
We
not
haven't.
gonna be a fight.
We're
Why are
not
you
gonna,
laughing?
we're not gonna fight.
I heard slapping.
Yeah, it was a little bit of slapping.
It's hard to call that a fight with these two.
Meanwhile, over by the fire, Enkai's just kind of groaning in her sleep, having some nausea medication. Just not feeling it.
Aw. Poor Enkai. Actually, as Immeral turns around really quickly, still giggling, snaps his fingers, a cubic foot of water above Gragnold's head.
Gragnold, you're all wet.
I am.
Did it get in your beer?
It did. Immeral, we've talked about this.
Hands him my beer.
So you guys spend the rest of the evening resting, having a few drinks, a few more laughs. The next day dawns. Somebody else give me a D100.
I'm on it.
Oh, you got him?
57.
57. Ooh. Interesting. Okay.
You know, when the DM says interesting, it's a lot like when my physician does, and I don't do this.
I don't like that.
Not sure.
All right,
Again,
so-
from a position called
That's
other people
unexpected.
To look at what they're looking at, that's
Yeah.
considerably worse.
I
As
wasn't expecting that.
so, you guys pass by a small abandoned hamlet. It's not all that uncommon in the mountains. People will move into the mountains, build little shelters, live there for a year or two, then move on. Either like a well might run dry, or whatever resource they were using to live off of is moved on or moved somewhere else. So you pass this hamlet and you come down the hill, and as you're cresting back across the top, you look back and you see 3 figures moving along the ridge towards the abandoned homes.
What do they look like?
Give me some perception checks.
13.
18.
22.
Whew.
9.
All right.
We should have drank so much beer.
That actually fits, since I'm assuming Baeridin's back in giant elk form.
Yeah.
Yes. Doesn't
I'm
really
holding
notice.
on to those antlers.
And you're holding on to the antlers, so you're just kind of peeking over your shoulder. Emerald and Baeridin, you'd notice these are gnolls.
Again.
They're really far away from. I mean, like, this was several hours of travel, but they're behind you. But yeah, it's just because the 2 ridge points aren't. You can see across pretty easily.
What does it look like they're doing besides just walking around? Like, are they posturing?
They
aggressive,
look like,
walking, you know?
as best you can tell, like scavenging.
Okay.
Like they do.
Like they do.
So
I think-
always up ahead.
I think we should ignore them and go as fast as we can.
Yeah, the
I
gnolls are they're behind you. You guys.
I have no business with gnolls.
Run away.
Bravely ran away.
I didn't.
When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled.
Monty Python references. That's another square.
Another square.
So you guys continue on for the rest of the day, camping that night. Again, not much else happens that day. Seeing seeing the gnolls is about the only thing that happened. Anything that you guys would want to do that day?
Keep an eye out on the gnolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think Baeridin would talk with Baron a little bit.
All right.
Hey.
Specifically on it's been a long time since we originally met Baron.
Mhm.
And so just figuring out like what brought him back around to meeting up with us again.
Oh, when we met with the Enkai's people and the birds.
I can't remember their formal names, so I'm sorry about
So
that.
they're the
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra and the Tsuri.
Thank you.
It was as usual. I get called to go to certain places, and I've learned over time to not ignore the messages that are given to me. It's been very bad in the past when I've done that.
Where does your call come from?
Calls from the blessings of Sylvanas, from nature. Could be a whisper of the wind through the trees, the echo from the hollow of a cave. Could be the chitter and twitter of the animals. Nature speaks to me in many ways.
That sounds hard to interpret. Mostly the wolf god talks to me, and even then, frankly, he's got to be pretty blunt.
As with any language, you learn to speak it better over time of hearing it and engaging with it. I'm sure you probably speak better to him than I would if it was my first time talking. Kind of take me where fate goes.
I suppose that makes sense.
What about you?
I guess I'm here. I guess we're trying to figure out our clan and where we belong.
What if you belong with each other? Maybe you're looking for something you already have.
I suppose that's true. Gragnold's basically my people, and Immeral's become that too. But we're trying to find closure, I guess.
What if
And the
it's
wolves-
finding acceptance?
Yeah. It was
Sometimes-
simpler before, you know? It was easier. We were just part of the clan.
Easier isn't always better.
No.
Although there is always pause for remembering of a simpler time. But fate takes us where it needs to take us, and we must follow.
I guess sometimes it seems like you've got direction that you follow, Baron. And I'm not always so certain.
You have direction. I think it just seems because you haven't arrived yet, you feel that you still need to be somewhere. You may already be where you need to be. What will finding your clan give you that you do not have now?
I think it'll give us answers.
To what? What's your question?
What happened?
It already happened. Why ask more questions about it? Sometimes things are just better left done.
I feel like the answers aren't just for us. The answers are for the people we lost. The people that died defending our village when we weren't there.
Not to sound callous, but if they're dead, why do they need questions answered?
Because it turns out they might not all be dead.
Well, fate has aligned me with you. I can help you find answers for as long as fate takes me with you.
I appreciate that, Baron. Hey, I know that Immeral's kind of prickly. Don't let him get to you too much.
We all have our loads to bear. He means well.
He does. And he does warm up eventually.
It's just sometimes better to listen to voices outside of ourselves rather than just the ones within. They can trick us. Tell us things are good when they're not. Tell us things are bad when they're not.
Yeah, and I'm worried about his visions.
What kind of visions does he have?
I don't know. He won't talk about them.
Not even to you.
Well, he's mentioned a few of them before, but he never goes into great detail.
What do you know?
I actually kind of like leans in and is like kind of whispering a little bit, like so as if it's all of a sudden like this big secret kind of a thing. So
Okay.
So what kind of visions has he had? I'm very good at interpreting omens.
Oh, I don't know any of the pieces of it. I just know it's about elf stuff.
Elf stuff.
Yeah. Do you think maybe the omen is that he's an elf?
I would find that hard to accept, although all things are possible.
Could be true.
You guys look like you're having a conversation.
Aaron thinks that Immeral might be an elf.
I think he is.
Ah, it's confirmed.
I'm not an expert. But I think
Immeral! Immeral!
that's what this whole conversation. You guys
Are you an elf?
special conversation.
What?
Are you an elf?
Are you kidding?
You've known him longer than I have. What do you think?
Embarrassing.
I think it's always a good idea just to get it out in the open.
We won't judge you in any way.
Immeral
Okay, Immeral.
points to his ears.
He can't hear us. Shout louder, Gragnold.
Immeral pulls his shaggy hair back just a little bit and points to his exceedingly pointy ears.
But it's not working. He can't hear you.
Oh, man.
He's gone deaf.
That's terrible. He's got those big ears. It looks so strange if he's deaf.
I know. It would be a tragedy.
Don't worry, Immeral. We'll take care of you.
You're in the clan.
Are you serious?
I am. You're seriously in the clan, and we're going to take care of each other. That's what we do.
Are you seriously asking this question? Have you never seen an elf?
Oh, I have.
I think we have. We've seen you.
Hold on to that thought.
You look like an elf.
There may be a reason for that.
I hate to assume.
To me, you just look like Immeral.
Just for the record, I was not asking if you're an elf.
I continue to point to the points on my ears.
Yes, I see.
Gesturing intensely. Right here. Points.
Baeridin and I were just getting further acquainted. It's a long trip. It's best to know our new friends and a little better.
Since we seem to be unclear about what I am intimating vehemently,
I don't think Gragnold understood any of that.
We seem to be unclear on the thing that I am hinting at.
I'm intimating vehemently. That means pointing at your ears.
Oh.
Good try, Gragnold. Very good try.
Thanks, Don.
Sweet Moradin. Since we don't understand what I am hinting at and really aggressively pointing at the points on my ears, I'm an elf.
Oh, whew.
I think we knew that, Emerald.
I'm so glad that you could come out to
Emerald
us,
just
Emerald.
throws his hands up and walks.
Wait, didn't we know we knew he was an elf? What was that all about?
I think he was finally letting us know. You know, really coming out about it, being
That's
truthful.
good. He's starting to open up.
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
That's true.
But
Does he walk away a lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
He does. But you have to show him that it's okay to walk away, and then we'll be ready when he walks back.
With hands wide open.
I think the term is with arms wide open.
Oh, I thought it was just your hands. I thought you just had to do this.
Now, if we're gonna do a full,
Oh, it's like a hug.
yeah,
Oh.
Immeral leans down on the ground and starts slowly banging his head into the nearest tree.
I'm gonna go get some soft material. Put it between.
Intervention.
There you go, buddy.
You'll be all right.
Are you having a disturbing vision?
Oh, he's in it now.
What do you see?
I see
Doesn't want
something.
to talk about it.
I
Gragnold.
definitely see something disturbing.
Is it an old lover of yours?
God, I hope not. Oh, I
Is it
certainly
Daisy?
hope.
Tell her I said hi.
How are you all alive?
It is a
I
great
think mostly because you and Baron kind of keep everybody else away from us.
I think it's because I have a natural fortitude.
Wait, what do you think that word means?
I'm very strong.
And he's good at drinking a lot.
Yep.
So let's be clear on something. I am an elf.
Congratulations.
Big pointy ears.
I'm glad you can admit to it.
I'm proud of you. I'm a dwarf.
Me too.
I am a human.
And here we are.
Why are you all asking me if I'm an elf?
Oh, I was trying to figure out what your visions are about.
My visions are none of your business.
This is just a baby step to get you more comfortable opening up.
This is your attempt to make me more comfortable?
Yep.
Yeah. I was talking behind your back. One of the first steps in making somebody more comfortable.
We're just giving you some exposure, making you feel safe.
You told us not to talk directly to you about it, so we figured we'd talk behind you.
Yeah.
I cannot even hold character for this.
I'm crying. I think that needs to be a bingo square of DM cries laughing so hard.
Oh god, I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
Meet
And
your
you're
fabled
speculating on your
heroes.
behalf about what your visions are about.
My visions are none of your business.
No, I know that's why we said it behind your back.
That's why we asked you about it, because we don't know.
In fairness, you told us not to talk directly to you about it, so we were
Not you two.
Shut up.
Not you two.
Not-
You are not getting in on this.
I am mainly concerned.
You
Because-
cannot be the fourth of the three stooges. No.
No,
Baron is skilled at interpreting visions. He figured out that you're an elf just from the small amount of information that I
I
gave him.
swear to all the gods that you find holy.
Hammond, whatever it was.
the concern, Immeral, is
I have many of those right now.
while the visions are yours, while we are together, if there is danger, that's something that you might want to let us know.
Of course, I would let you know if there's danger.
What if there's something that maybe you cannot interpret? What if part of your vision is driven by one of us? Surely we could help to unwrap it.
Unless you were all unless it involves you having a point of view vision of being a drow male in a drow, being surrounded by a bunch of drow fancy dressed women. It
Your
doesn't
vision?
involve you.
You're wearing dresses in your vision.
Oh my.
Are we not talking about going beneath the ground?
Hey,
Yes.
Emerald, make a
Yeah.
quick history check.
Okay. That's not good. That is a 6.
Okay, you're okay.
No, no. Fine. You want to know what my visions are about?
Yes, we do. That's why we're.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
why we're doing the whole thing.
This whole thing is about one. That was a question.
Because you know what? Theoretically, they're past memories for me. All right.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't understand, but keep going.
What do
Their
you mean that
memories-
makes sense?
Their memories from like when he was a squirrel or a spider or something.
All memories are past memories.
Yeah,
Can't
there
have
you go.
memories in the future.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
So-
you're right.
Good job,
Gragnold.
Gragnold.
No, that's much better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Memories are from the past.
If you
Our
have
past has-
future memories, that would be different.
Our past has led us to where we are now.
Lettuce.
Perhaps it could give us information about where to go next. Beyond when we meet the mother.
Yeah, Immeral, you don't think that's a coincidence that we're literally going to hunt down all the Driders we can find and slaughter all of them, and you're having some dreams about being a dark elf?
Yeah, I think it's a little too good to be true.
That seems pretty coincidental at the very least.
Coincidental.
Yeah. Also, Baron can like interpret this stuff. Baron,
Yeah.
what do you get from that? Some type of hoodoo or something?
What does it mean?
I think you've somewhat nailed it. There is a connection between where we're going and where he has been.
Where have you been?
I don't know.
Okay, well, meditate. We're gonna watch you.
I pick the pointiest rock and just drill it. Oh,
That's-
I'm 19 to drill a rock right between his eyes.
Dude.
There's diminishing returns on this form of
I will pick bigger
positive
rocks.
punishment.
Oh, no. No, no, no. You will not watch me meditate. You will all go to. No.
So are these memories painful?
You think?
Oh, yeah, that's why you asked.
It just no.
I have a very rough idea of what it is that you've went through.
Oh,
If
do
you
tell.
have enemies there, for example, let me say it this way. If you have an experience of being in a certain area of the Underdark, and this is part of where you've been, this could perhaps put you at a tactical disadvantage. If your emotions got the better of you, and we don't know how to help, this could put all of us at great risk. I feel that it's beneficial for us to know what you can remember.
What I can remember is none of your business.
Immeral, you know it doesn't mean any less of you if you were a dark elf in a past life. You're still you,
Right.
and you're just as much a member of the Ghost Fang clan as you have ever been. None of that would change any of this.
Let's say,
All
Baron, go ahead and make a religion check. Gragnold, go ahead.
also, Immeral, if you're having visions that are important to the Ghost Fang clan and you're not sharing them, that is a problem.
14.
If I think these visions are dangerous to any of you, I will let you know.
What if your pain blinds you to interpretation?
Well, then there we have it.
Yes, then we have danger. I'm trying not to make this difficult for you, but I'm also trying not to make it difficult for us.
Then you crossed that line a long time ago.
That line of helping in your mission, going back into your cause, taking sword against people I had no will towards. That line. Just making it clear where the line is.
Back off, Ranger.
I don't think I have reason or cause to do so right now. I think this is a necessary battle.
If you call yourself my friend or ally in any way, you will back off.
Or what?
You rescind that.
I would still not refuse to help you. I would help. I believe in where you're going and what you are doing.
You sacrifice any loyalty you've earned from me if you don't back off.
It's that deep.
Back off.
I'm not asking for details. All I'm asking is it really that deep that you would push everyone away lest someone get close?
What? Just back off.
For now.
And I walk off.
And with that being just about midnight, we'll go ahead and wrap it there.
I'm going to go have an actual beer now.
Oh my god. You guys, I was crying.
Oh, that was insane.
Oh, with a religion check real quick, Baron, you would know mostly that elves do meditate and they do sometimes get visions of their past lives.
Okay.
But you're not much more beyond that right now.
Okay. I probably wouldn't have changed the interaction.
Nope, no. If I thought it would if I would have jumped in.
Gotcha.
All right, well, let's pop over to chat and say good night to everybody.
Hey, hey.
Scrolling
We got
through some
5
of the,
clips now.
Some of the comments.
How many? We've got 5 clips.
5 clips.
Wow.
Where do you see these clips? Where do you see
So I'm on our dashboard. It's
And they're all from this session. Wow.
Wow.
Been a very quotable.
Some of them are of you as Goku, Adam.
Wow, I've never looked at all of the clips that we have from there. Dr. B, Buddy Christ. Wow.
Yes. You're doing...
Gleeks like us, did we sing?
Oh,
Probably.
yes, on many occasions.
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
That's incredible. That's just absolutely incredible.
Oh
Chat,
my...
this has been fun.
This has been a great time.
Yeah, this has been a phenomenal episode. This is great.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, chat. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, this was great. Like, I seriously, like, there does need to be a square in that bingo of made the DM cry laughing.
Just
I like
remember, Mo is their leader.
Oh my god.
That's one of my favorites.
You guys, this was so much fun. Thank you to everyone being here. LoriB, our amazing cartographer, all the players. I'm Sven, our producer, who I also was losing it behind the screen.
Yeah, and it's Rain. We saw Chubo's amazing emotes. Those are great.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh my
spectacular.
gosh. Look at those. Chubo dinosaur.
My God.
Oh, wow. That was so much fun. All right, guys. Well, we'll sign off for now. We'll be back hopefully in a couple weeks.
Bye, gang.
Everybody in Seattle, stay
Thank you
safe.
so much to everybody watching.
Thanks,
right.
chat.
Thank you, guys. Oh, good.
I'm just a
Oh.
friend.